Welcome to the Bobby Kudo Show, where we dive into the fascinating world of human experiences and excellence. With special guests, real-life anecdotes, and thought-provoking discussions. Get ready to unlock and tap into your absolute potential with your host, manifestation coach, Bobby Kudo.
Bro, we live? We're live. Jody, we're live. David, we're live.
Hey, what's going on?
Chrystal, we're live. Welcome to the Bobby Kudo Show. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. December livecast, episode number 2. If you missed it, episode number 1 was at the Brewhouse District on the 6th, last Saturday, which was a monumental event. I just want to shout out Marco Andrade, Taylor Cormier, Nick over at the Brewhouse District. He's the owner. And in case you didn't know, he just bought Tequila Lime. So now...
Oh, he did?
Yes. So, I didn't know Tequila Lime was struggling, but apparently it wasn't.
Well, remember we went by and the doors were closed?
Yeah.
It was like middle of the day.
I have been there twice. Delicious.
Yeah.
Both times I went there. I don't like burritos.
Brew house, you mean?
No. Tequila Lime.
Tequila Lime.
I went there twice. Because I like Mexican food. Yeah. But burritos, I don't typically get a burrito, but I got the Hulk. They have the Hulk there, and it was really good. Sounds really good. Yeah, it was delicious.
What is the Hulk, by the way? What is it made out of?
I'll tell you all about it in a minute.
Okay.
Chrystal Arpa, Director of Community Resources for the Florida CFC organization. You know what? I happened to be at your organization yesterday, and I got to tell you, that's a very small title in comparison to what I witnessed yesterday. You are a mastermind, and welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me. I don't know about a mastermind. I just was blessed to get a job that I love doing. It makes life easy. Mm-hmm. I don't love it every day, but most of the time
as long as the majority is that you do.
Oh, absolutely.
You say you're not a mastermind, but I heard you shooting off numbers and the way you organize. Look, first of all, let me say what you do is God's work. You along with your team, they were so friendly, so wonderful. Like I felt the energy in there was pretty real. You could tell, like everybody was attentive. Thank you to Sean Kadim for showing up. I really appreciate that, and Brian as well. But I just want to mention that, we had an opportunity to talk for a little bit and you didn't even realize it, but I was listening to you. And, my question was how do you organize all this? And you're like, well, I have everybody organized by alphabetical order at certain times. Like you literally I was like, for a second, I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, is this nuclear code? What is this?
Well, this is my 21st year there.
Wow.
So after 21 years, it's more like second nature. You don't even think about it. You've found the problems. You said, no, this ain't going to happen ever again. And you fix them. And you just keep going. I'd love to say that this is all me, but it's not. Mm-hmm. I have a job to do. I do it well. My team... and they're all volunteers, are amazing. They have been with me for the 21 years I've been there. Most of them, I have sucked them in. They cannot go. Nobody sees the chains I put on them, but that's okay. No, they choose to be there because we make it fun. They have the same values as I do. They don't want anyone to walk through that door and feel like any less of a person. And I
respect that because that was very important. Like we were there yesterday, we were talking, and you're like, "Hey, we're HIPAA. Like we don't, nobody knows, what we're doing here." I mean, and that's the hard part, and that's really what inspired me to say, "Hey, please come into the studio and talk about it," because technically you're almost in secrecy. Like you don't want to let out any information, but yet the amount of good that you guys do, and listen, just the tonnage. Like if I could use the word tonnage that you move through that building, shame on me, and I'm sure most people, David. I don't know if you knew.
I can only imagine.
I had no idea what you actually did there. And somebody said to me, Bobby, the CFC, obviously Brian Vienna, and I love Brian, and Brian and I were talking. We ran into each other accidentally. I happened to be somewhere, and he's like, Bobby, the toy drive's coming up, and he knows I do some things for the city, and I said, Brian, let's do it. He's like, it's CFC, and then he says to me, he goes, dude, I just want you to know. It's great that we do this, but awareness is probably the most important thing, right? Like, how do we get our city councilmen? Yeah. How do we get our politicians and the people involved? And so that's kind of what sparked it. And so I said to myself, well, how do we do this? And then, of course, it all worked out yesterday. We came by yesterday. Sean Kadim, I reached out to him and said, hey, man, would you mind? And he's like, bro, I would love to be there. And he's like, actually, I appreciate the invite. Thanks for letting me know. And again, I just think And it's not a bad thing, but I think sometimes there are so many other important things happening, right? Like I say important, right? That the most important things get pushed aside, right?
I think it's some of that, but I also think that CFC we just celebrated our 60th year.
Wow, congratulations.
So
Wow.
exactly, they've been around for 60 years.
Yeah.
I think it's more of people expect it from us.
Well, that's interesting.
They're so used to us being there that we've been a staple in this community, and I don't say that in a bad way.
No,
but
exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I
people
just I don't
always
think people
know-
look at it that way. That
Yes.
you're an entity in the community. You're an absolute functioning. Like some people only know that if they need help to come to you.
I mean, it speaks volumes,
Right?
Doesn't it?
Right.
We live in a time where like there's so many different organizations out there, and they all serve a purpose. But like when you say citizens for citizens, everybody knows.
Yeah.
It's not like nobody never heard of it before.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
knows,
Right.
and almost everybody knows what you guys do.
Yeah.
That's how impactful you guys
It
really,
is.
really are. I've been hearing since I was a kid.
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'll put
Yeah.
you on the spot. What do they do? What do they offer the community?
For me, from what I understand,
Yeah.
is I could be wrong about this though.
Come on. Yeah. See, this is why.
Yeah,
This is why we're doing
I
this.
could be wrong.
Because I didn't know.
You guys
I didn't
help
know.
with like certain bills and stuff.
Yes.
Yes. See.
Yeah. What else?
That's how I know them. To be honest with you, when you're struggling with
Heat
like,
assistance,
heat assistance,
rent,
yes,
mortgage,
yes.
All right, next.
Services, those type of services.
What else?
I didn't know about this drive. To be honest with you, I didn't think it was anything physical. I thought it was more of a
Chrystal,
service.
How many people have you serviced last year?
Well, let's just do this year.
Okay,
right?
this year.
Right now, because we finished our list for this Saturday, I actually have 1,214 families signed up.
How many?
1,214.
1,214 families signed up for this Saturday. What people forget,
Which is the toy drive, right?
yes,
Okay.
which people forget, we do not just service Fall River. We service the greater Fall River area. So I service Fall River, Somerset, Swansea, Seekonk, Westport. Yes, I go all the way up to almost Taunton. Our Taunton office services our Taunton area. She does Taunton and Rehoboth.
So I thought it was only forever.
Food pantry. How many people do you feed every week?
We service 1,400 to 1,600 families a month. It comes out to
Right,
a
bro?
little over 2,000 individuals. And that is families, that is, couples, elderly.
Every month, bro.
Wow.
Yes. And I'd
And you
like
guys
to
can do-
address
go ahead, go ahead,
I'd
go ahead.
like to address a misconception with CFC and our programs, or not just CFC, but all the places that do our work. People will say, well, they're severely abused programs. Okay. And I will say 21 years ago when I started, I thought the same thing. I was a young kid, and this job was an end to a means. I was like, I need a job. They're going to hire me. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
And then I got sucked in.
So when you say
And,
abused, you mean in the
you
sense
know,
that the people that
they
are using
feel-
the resources are abusing the resources,
Yes,
right?
they
Okay.
feel
Okay.
like
All right.
everybody's...
Just to clarify.
Everybody has an ulterior motive. People are lying. Half of them don't need it. They're getting help from everywhere. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that that does not happen, because then I'd be a liar.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Exactly.
Right.
Does it happen? Yes. Does it happen as much as people think? Absolutely not. And you wouldn't know that unless you sit with these people. I have personal relationships with some of my clients. I mean, they reach out to me for everything. I have watched their children grow up. I have gone to
These are generations,
wakes.
right? Generations.
Absolutely.
Right?
I've gone to wakes
beyond
and
us.
funerals of my clients because I felt that I had to. I've known them for so long, and a wife died, and a lot of them are struggling. And some people say, well, I just saw a Mercedes pull in here. Okay, well, you did. You also didn't see that it's about to get repossessed. And, appearances can be very deceiving.
Right.
And we see people when they're hurting the most. And just because they look good or and they drive a nice car doesn't mean their life is roses right now. So
Right,
I
right.
think that, people see something and they think the worst because it's easier to think the worst sometimes.
Right. Sure.
I think it's just human nature.
Yeah. In general.
It's also
in general.
it's also a conditioned thought. Something that's over time. You're either told that this is what happens, and sometimes it becomes law of the land, and you
Right.
just have this idea.
But that's
'Cause I had the same idea, to be
but
honest with
that's-
you. I thought there was a large number.
Yeah, but
I'm not gonna lie.
But I get what you're saying, and the perception is there, and you really can't control those situations. But how do you turn people away? Right? You try to make the best decision that you can when you're providing services. And the idea is, most of this is temporary. Like, hey, look, we want to help you get back on your feet, so we're going to help you with the heat so that you can get back on your feet.
Yeah.
But these are not permanent solutions. These are, hey, you're going through a tough time, you're hungry, right? Come down, get some food. Nobody's going to judge you. And it to me, understanding and realizing that we do have contingencies in place like this to help people, I think it's so very important because, the difference between somebody being homeless and not homeless is 1 month's rent, right? I mean,
Yes.
that's what it comes down to, right? So, and the idea that, you could still provide that, but you did mention that the need is there, right? So I really want to talk about how you got started in all this, but I also want to talk about how important it is and the need. And the need is, having the funds to help some of these people pay their heating costs and having the funds to, and so a lot of that funding comes from, is it grants or private donations?
Well, it depends on the program you're picking. Fuel assistance, that is funded state and federally. So CFC is a private organization, but we are governed by state and federal rules. So it makes life difficult. So in other words, we get all the headache and none of their paycheck.
Sure. Right.
But those programs are strictly funded through state and federal money. Food pantry is all grants. It is private donations. It is grants.
But somebody has to write the grants, right? We have one grant writer in the city. Am I correct?
Well, yes, and they don't write grants for us.
And that's
So CFC has to find. I have to find my own grants.
Wow.
I have to find my own funding for the food pantry. Operation Christmas, we do not write grants for that. Well, that's not true, I guess, because sometimes the banks will say, hey, we're doing this. Put an application in, and they'll give us a check.
Get on the microphone for me, please.
Oh, sorry, but
That's okay.
there's not like specific grants for things like Christmas. There are for food pantries, but they're coming less and less. A lot of places now, they want to give the funding to places like the Greater Boston Food Bank. They do phenomenal things. Many food pantries.
But they're heavy. They're top heavy. That organization is very top. I did the research, and so I know this. I can speak freely when I say it. They are very top heavy.
Well, and here's the thing that happens with that. You give them a grant, and you're like, hey, we're going to let you handle the money so you can give it out to the food pantries that go and get food from you. Well, that's great, and they have hundreds of food pantries. So then the places like us, we will get a ShopRite credit to go there. So we shop there, we get a credit on our account, so I can.
So it's like a grocery style setup where you just.
No, we go online and we purchase our food. And,
all right.
And you have to be a member. There's a member's fee.
Dude,
I have a special day.
try to make this make sense.
I have restrictions.
Obstacle after obstacle.
I have poundage, and they're great. Without them, we would never be able to feed.
Sure.
The
They're
amount
the juggernaut.
of people.
Yeah, they're the juggernaut. They're the big guys in town. You're right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But since all these places are now giving them the money, it stops us from doing a lot of things. What they don't realize is by doing that, now I don't have money to put gas in the food pantry truck that I need to go pick up that food. And a lot of the money already has restrictions. Most of them say all you can do is purchase food, or you can rent a truck or put gas in a truck to go pick up the food.
See, this is stuff nobody thinks about because right? Because you got to pick the stuff up. How do you get this is the thing. These are the things that no one thinks of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want me to give out well-rounded meals. You want me to have so much meat and so much dairy, but you won't give me money to keep the lights on. We're not allowed to pay bills with half of the funding that comes in. You're not allowed to pay anyone's salary, which thank God it's only me and it's small, but this is why I have so many different jobs at CFC.
Right.
Because food pantry does not pay my salary. Operation Christmas does not pay my salary. But I want those programs to continue.
Sure.
They've been here. They help so many people. So we do what we have to do, which is why I have all the volunteers that I have, and they feel the same way I do. So we work on Saturdays, and we volunteer our time on Saturday, and we volunteer our time on Sunday, and we volunteer our time late in the evenings. The old executive director, David Billcliffe. So right before COVID, he retired. He just said, "It's time. It's time for me to go. I've done what I could here." And Liz Berraby took over, and she's wonderful. David never left CFC. He is my full-time volunteer.
Imagine that. So he gave up his paying role to be a volunteer.
And he volunteers with me every
These are angels, man.
single
These people are
day
angels, man.
at the food pantry.
That's amazing.
And
Is that who I met? Is that who I met yesterday?
he was there for a little while, and he had left.
Okay. Yes.
He
All right.
does not like to be in the limelight. He's probably going to get upset when he finds out I mentioned
Yeah,
his name.
come on. Yeah, well.
But I mean,
understand it,
that should tell you how much this
Yeah.
organization, like how good we are, not just to people who are walking through the door, but the staff that we formed a family.
Sure.
And he would not leave, and he is there with me every single day. And he should be retired and living life and
Yeah, but
loving
you're there.
life.
But you're there, and he sees that you're there, and these people that
absolutely.
follow you see you there every day, and you don't have to be there.
No.
So, real quick, 21 years ago, you said?
Yes.
So how does this even happen? Like, how do you decide that you're going to dedicate your life to service like this?
Well, again, I didn't. I was a young girl, bachelor's degree. I was a paralegal. I wanted to go to law school. Crazy enough, I had a child at 16, and I wanted so much more for her.
Sure.
I wanted a big life.
Sure.
So I was doing my paralegal work, and I was so unhappy. The law, I just was not what I thought it would be. So I never went to law school, and I quit my paralegal job. I started sewing parachutes as an end to a mean because I was taught how to sew at a young age from my grandmother.
Like parachutes? Yeah.
Yes, parachutes for the government,
Oh, wow.
actually.
Oh, wow.
Called LCADs. But of course, I did not want to do that physical labor. I did not want to sew. I did not want to be in a sweatshop. After all, I'm like, I have a degree.
Sure.
I can't. I'm not going to do
I'm
this
meant
stuff.
for more. I'm meant for more. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I saw, let's go try this whole CFC. My mother worked at Head Start.
Okay.
So she's like, Chris, just do this for a while. Figure out what you want to do. So I applied
Is this
for the
on Robeson
job.
Street? Head Start on Robeson Street?
My mother was on Head Start at Robeson Street.
Okay.
I
all right.
worked.
I grew up there. Like as a child, I grew up in the neighborhood. So we
Yes.
played in we used to call it the home. I grew up in that place. Yeah, that's it's crazy. Go ahead.
Yes. So I applied for a job being an assistant to Barbara Travis, who, by the way, hated me at first. And then she...
I was saying, those usually turn out to be your best friends, the biggest advocates.
and that was my mother.
That's so
And
true.
we became family, of
Wow.
course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I was a young girl going in saying, why are we doing this like this? No.
Question it. Question the system, right?
I was.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
I love this. I love to hear this because this is what the show is all about. Like
Yes.
just finding your happy space.
and that's what it became. It became a happy space. And I was like, yeah, I'm not staying here. And then every year I'm like, yeah, no, I'm definitely not staying here. And 21 years later,
Wow.
I'm still not staying here. So obviously I can moan and groan, but
Sure.
And you're doing
I'm-
something right.
I'm not going to leave. yes, I could be somewhere making better money, doing more things, but I couldn't be doing
Money
better
isn't
things.
happiness. Money's a byproduct.
Exactly.
Money's a
you wouldn't
byproduct.
feel fulfilled.
Money's a
I think.
byproduct.
Yes.
You would end up in that space where you're like, I'm not happy again.
Yeah, imagine.
Right. This
I probably. you probably
maybe,
don't think of
maybe
this.
not, I don't know.
Imagine how many lives you've touched. Imagine how many lives you've changed. Like you'll never know the number. The number is infinite because for every one person you help, there's 4 people. You know what I mean? The number just multiplies. So I mean, just if you could even fathom the amount of greatness that you've done in your life, I mean, it's monumental.
I don't know if it's greatness, but I just know, like many people from Fall River, you know, everybody has a story.
Yeah.
This is Fall River. A lot of us have had a tough life.
Yes, that's why we're here.
Exactly. It is, you know, one sad story after the next. And I know what it's like to be on that side. I know what it's like to feel the way these people feel. I mean, I won't say I'm not far off from that now. It's not, you know, the gravy train for me. But it is the same as every other person walking down these streets.
Yeah.
So my thought is if I could just make one day decent for them,
Sure.
that they're not struggling, that they don't have to worry, then that's worth it. Because I don't care who you are, when you're in bed at night and your brain is going and you're like, okay, how am I going to tell my kids that in 2 days we're going to be living by candlelight? Or I don't have enough of food. I'm sure we've all been there when your parents are like, oh, I'm not going to eat because I'm just not hungry today. In reality, when you grew up, you found out it wasn't because they weren't hungry.
Right.
They didn't have it. There was enough to feed the kids. You know, we've all lived it. And if I can help somebody not live that,
Right. Well, some of
that's
these
the
kids,
point.
school lunch is the only lunch they get. Like they're not
You know how
having
many
dinner.
times-
You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that because you know how many times my daughter's in school. She's in 6th grade now. I won't say the school, right? Whatever. But there are times she goes to school and there's kids that have no lunches, and
crazy,
they have
right?
no money to get the lunch, and so their parents allowed them to leave the home. Well, not allowed, but in this case, some probably do.
They shouldn't be-
And then there's also the others that just didn't have.
Yeah.
the
In my opinion,
means.
there should be no money exchange at any school. Like if you need food, you go up and you get yourself a tray.
I think it should be,
and you sit-
listen. I think we pay enough in taxes.
Yes, exactly. If there's one thing, listen. If there's one thing you're not going to
school
say
budget
no
just went
to
up
is feeding kids.
Yes,
if the kid
yeah.
wants 2 trays, let the kid eat 2 trays. Like
Yes.
enough is enough with this
Absolutely.
picking and choosing. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
I totally agree. I
That's
wonder
amazing.
if that budget's gonna the extended money, the
Well,
money
we-
they wanted.
well-
That'd be nice if a portion of that.
I'm gonna
went
ask
to these
Colin
damn
that
kids.
question. I'm gonna ask
You
Colin.
should.
Yeah.
You should.
I know somebody.
Yeah,
I know
somebody needs to tap into that. There's too many kids going to school without food.
Yeah.
And I know this firsthand because my daughter gives away her food.
but, you know, with this economy,
I get it.
you know, food's very expensive, but in
Yeah.
reality, do you know how many food pantries are within this area? Between Fall River, Somerset, Westport, Swansea.
I wouldn't even know what to guess. I
couldn't.
wouldn't even know
in
the
the
number.
city. Maybe the city. I would say off the top of my head, 4. 4.
No,
No,
14.
Oh wow.
just in the city.
From Fall River, Westport, Swansea, Somerset. 14.
Oh wow.
And then some obviously some are bigger than others.
15 if you count the one in Freetown now. That are not for that service this area.
Wow.
So as much as
And people don't know this.
as much as it hurts me that people are hungry, there should be no reason, and that is food pantries. We're not. That's not even soup kitchens.
No.
Right. And look,
It's been paid
I don't know
for.
if people know.
It's
like,
been paid
where does
for.
that food come from? Like, where's the main supply? I know obviously people donate. We could always get more of that, but where do the large quantities come from?
So my largest supply is from the Greater Boston Food Bank.
Okay.
Now,
So no Walmart, Price
oh no,
Right.
we do pick up.
Okay.
So the good thing about the food bank is they've made many relationships with different grocery stores or Walmarts, and they designate stores to certain food pantries. So I pick up from certain Stop and Shops, and I do that on different days. I pick up from Walmart. I do that one day a week.
And that's a constant. Like they say, hey, on this day,
Yes.
you're picking up.
So I pick up from Walmart on Monday. They might have another place picking up at a different day, which, I mean, we should all be working together and sharing. And,
Right.
And
I guess that's kind of get the point I'm getting to. Like, you have
Absolutely.
14 food banks all fighting over the same food. How does that work? You know what I mean?
It's difficult because you fight over the food,
Right.
you fight over the funding.
Yeah.
What happens because you do have so many places is a new place opens up, I'm getting less food. I now get less food. I get less food from the food bank if they're a member of the food bank. I get less food from, different places that I may have picked up because so many other places are also getting food from them. There is only so much to give.
You're right. The food bank's open, but there isn't more food supply. Like, per se, it's still the same one
Yes.
spigot. You know what I mean? It's wow.
And the cash funding, the grants, if Baycoast Bank or United Way, they're giving out, if they have $100,000 to give out and 6 new places open and apply for it, and they're trying to give everybody some, everybody's going to get
a
less.
smaller piece. Right. Right.
Because they're trying to help everybody.
Right.
So
Right.
I will say having a lot of food pantries is a blessing and a curse. You need multiple places to do many different things. Food pantries is one of them.
Yep.
Not everyone can get to the south end of the city if they live in the north end. Or if they do you know how many buses it takes?
Right. Right. I see it at St. Anne's Church on Sundays.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, and then it just typically.
And there's a limit, I'm assuming, to how much a person can take with them at a food pantry, right? Because you try to conserve as much.
That's
as
a great
you can.
question, David. Is it, do you say, hey, that's enough, no more? Like, how does that work? That's a great question.
So we are required by the Greater Boston Food Bank to give out so much food. I am supposed to try to give at least a week's worth of food per household size. Wow. We try to give out 2 weeks worth of food. I can tell you with the uptick in
Per
people
family.
per family. Yes. And most food banks do the same thing, or food pantries. We all govern by the same rules. Unfortunately, dwindling supplies, funding, it's very hard for all of us to keep up.
Yeah.
And again, some of that is because, yes, there are a lot of us, so it's sharing the wealth.
And can I ask you a quick, I'm playing this all out in my head,
Go
like
ahead.
logistically. So when they call, is it like, hey, you got to get here? So, because you got to figure that out, right? So as a director, I imagine that it's all on you. So if they call at 3:00 in the afternoon and say, hey, we need you to come pick up, drop what you're doing, go pick up.
So I can refuse it. If they call, I have set times for my stores every week, set days and times.
Yeah.
Do I have phone calls like that? Yes. Can I refuse it? Yes. Do I want to?
Of course not.
No, because if I do, I'm not going to get that phone call again.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
my biggest flaw is making it work.
Right. Right.
I
So
always
so
think
even
that.
having volunteers, like if anybody's listening who has a truck or a box truck and they would volunteer to pick up and drop off, that's a huge help, right? That would help.
Well, it is, but the problem is, like you said, if they call me,
Right.
now
it's-
I'm on the phone and it's like, okay, is anyone available?
Right.
You don't have many people that are
It's too
going
bad you
to.
have like a text group that we could create in like it's like an APB. Hey, is anybody available for this? And maybe like even
great
like
idea, actually.
like a community chat group where you could even like a Facebook. Hey, is anybody available for this? And people could say, yeah, I can help. You know.
So I'm going to tell you the problem with that
All
right
right.
now.
All right. Here we go.
You get
red
too
tape.
many. You get too many chat groups. You get too many. I am all for sharing anything. Me, I think one of the biggest problems in this community is that the agencies, as much as we all swear we work together, and I'll tell you, I do work with many of them.
Yeah.
There are territorial issues.
I could see this.
is
I
a-
could
Nobody
see
It's a little gang
wants-
activity.
Nobody wants you in their territory. They're afraid you. They don't want to be told what to do, how to do it. Even from me starting, some of them are like, "Well, I've been doing this longer," and CFC and this one have been around for the longest time, so we should be in control. And I think that's the mindset that hurts us. So people don't want their business out there. They don't want anyone else to know what days and times they pick up, and they don't want people to find out. And I have learned this in 21 years because I have been trying.
It's crazy. It's crazy that,
work.
right? That this is even, like, you have to struggle with this. It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we.
Not shocked though, but it's.
Yeah, but you know what? You know what I
about it.
think, and not to cut anybody off, but I think the good intentions are great, but you don't realize that your good intentions are taking it from somewhere else, right? So if I'm bringing my toys to, say, Manny's Bakery, right? If I bring all my toys to Manny's Bakery, I'm not bringing my toys to CFC. Right, like that's so. Then Manny's Bakery does what they want with the toys, whether it be whatever police station, whatever they want, and now that never reaches the distribution like it used to. But you still have the same amount of people, if not more people, showing up, going, "Hey, I'm here for the toy drive, like the toy event, my kids," and you're like, "Well, we're not getting as much as we used to because." And again, this is I'm not throwing any hate at anybody, but it's realizing that. You can be doing good, but you're doing bad at the same time. Like, just realize, like, if you really want to help, put it to where it's really going to help the most. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make.
Well, and I think you need to make the point of duplication of services.
Right. There it is, right there. Right.
That is the word you're looking for.
Yes.
Because, again, where I'm telling you, all these other places that do what CFC does, make no mistake, they do a phenomenal job. You're bringing up the toys. The police department, I work with them very closely. We actually will cross-reference our list. So they cannot be on my list and their list.
Great. That's great. See, that's what we need to do, right?
I do that with the police department. I also helped the police department start that. I also, before they started getting out there, and by the way, stealing some of my places, I'll just put that out there, Mr. Sergeant Brett Kimball. Before they started doing all that, they would come to me, and they still come to me. We're still very close, and they'll call me and say, "Hey, I need older kids. What do you need? Let's trade."
I love that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And we will do that.
Yes.
And this is what we need to do more of, all the agencies. Nobody needs to stop what they're doing.
Right.
What we all need to do is come together to do it.
Yes.
Don't stop.
Like one big pile.
A little communication.
Yes,
goes
one big pile.
A long way.
Absolutely.
Goes a long way.
And I think that is exactly, it is, people show up, they're already guarded, like, you just want us to shut down. Well, personally, I don't think many of them need to shut down.
Right.
I think they're doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
I just think we need
better.
to sit down and do it together.
Why compete, right? Why compete when the goal is the same? We're working for the citizens of this city, like that, and of course the neighboring cities that we support. So why not say, hey, let's put this all together and distribute it evenly so that everybody gets it?
Okay, how about this? Maybe some of these pantries have the right intentions. These other places had the right intentions. And
Dude, I believe that 100%. I don't think any of these are ill-intentioned.
Yeah. But maybe some of them now may look at it from a different set of lenses. If you've built this organization to be quite large, you feel the need to protect it a little bit more. It becomes more of a. I hate the word to say this, but it's a business almost.
So I will say
so you
this.
want to protect it like a business.
Exactly. I am OCD. Like, I am capital OCD.
Yeah.
I walked into your space yesterday. I have never seen organization.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
Like if I ever open a if I open a warehouse, you're coming to work for me because I have never everything was categorized. It was lettered. Like I'm looking around, going, "Well, I could sleep on the floor in here. Like this is amazing." It was actually calming to my mind.
Yeah.
So when I see that type of organization,
that's wild.
This makes
that's
sense.
A great
to
way
me.
to say it.
Like bring it to where the people can actually distribute this properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
You're like finally someone.
Yes.
She gets it.
She gets it.
She gets it.
Yes.
Well, I hope somebody else gets it because I would love,
helper?
for us all to do this.
Yes.
And I've been trying for 21 years.
So what do you think it will take for, let's say, to get some of?
Let's talk, right?
Yeah, let's say you couldn't get everybody, but there was some that were willing to say, you know what? Yeah, of course. Let's exchange some information. Let's exchange. If there is, I have a 6-year-old or you have a 10-year-old. I need that. You need this. Hey, here you go.
But like she said, it's a list. You got a list, right? You got a list with all the people with the names, their ages. So
CFC, and I think that's where some of the other problems come in. People have to realize we're not just a food pantry. A lot of food pantries, they don't get the information we receive from them. My job is not to hand somebody a bag of food and say, here you go, see you next month. My job is to look at you and say, okay, what's going on? Why do you need this food?
see, I love that.
Now, some
Right.
of
Right.
them, they're going to have to keep coming back, and they have. Again, I've
Sure.
seen them for 20 years. I have elderly couples on fixed incomes that there is no way
There it is, right there.
I can help them.
Right.
There is nothing I can do to help them stop coming to my pantry.
Sure.
With the cost of their medication, some of them are
Rents.
on the rent.
I would imagine
they're on
you would be
food
worried if they
stamps.
didn't show up, right? You would be worried. You'd be like, wow,
haven't
where
shown
are
up,
they?
yeah.
Where they're, right? They should.
And actually, I have been, and I have called some of them to make sure they are still okay.
Right. See,
'Cause
that's the amazing work that you do. That's the detail, Chrissy. That's the detail. Again, and you're not. Again, like I know you kind of glaze over it, but from somebody on the outside looking in, that's the care. That's where like you're just not showing up. You know what I mean? It's beyond your job. You know what I mean? It really is, and I see it, and I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a flaw.
I hear you.
It's a flaw.
I see.
I dedicate my life.
not a bad flaw.
Yeah. I know
It's not unless you have a relationship.
How do you save someone who's trying to save the world, bro? That's the question, right? How do you save someone saving the world?
Well, I think
I don't-
sometimes we just have to accept who we are, and if that's just who we
I
are,
couldn't tell you,
right?
Chrissy, stop. Don't go to work tomorrow. Like,
So
because the world depends on her.
right?
So
Superhero.
Fun fact. I had right as COVID hit. I got sick. I had emergency gallbladder surgery. So I wasn't feeling well. It was a Tuesday after a holiday, and I can't remember what holiday, but I remember going to Charlton, and they're like, yeah, you need emergency surgery. And I'm like, oh, no, I have to get to work. And they're like, yeah, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I have to be, it's 5:00. I have to be at work for 7. Like, you need to give me the paperwork.
Get it out, and then
Well, and they're like, yeah, you can't go anywhere. They called my mother.
oh wow, big guns.
Yeah, oh, yes, they did. And I'm like, you can't call my mother. They're like, yes, we can. She's your emergency contact. You can't drive. I'm like,
Wow.
yes. Needless to say, I had my gallbladder removed. And then they're like, well, you have to be out of work for 2+ weeks. I'm like, oh, no, that ain't going to happen.
It's gonna fall apart.
3, absolutely.
See?
I was like, no. I have to call my volunteers. I have to, you don't understand. I have to be at work. And 3 days later, my doctor signed off because I called him every single day.
Wow.
And he's like, yep. I'm like, no, dude, no. You don't understand. So yes.
So a level of dedication like that, like what do you, right? Like
Bobby, we've been giving away superheroes.
Right.
And I think obviously this is a thing that we do
Right.
for special
Right.
people,
Right.
right?
Right.
So special guests.
Yeah.
If you were going to say a character
Yeah.
for her, who
Wow.
would it be?
You know what? I got to think about that for a minute because you know
I have an answer.
What's yours?
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I see it too.
It's easy.
I see it too.
It was easy.
Yeah.
Like all the other ones were. When it comes, it comes. Wonder Woman is Wonder Woman. Not many forces can take her down. Look,
We're
not
built-
even a gallbladder.
Yeah, you're right. Can stop her.
Can stop
She's
her.
got the lasso
She
of
said,
truth.
Absolutely not.
The lasso
Absolutely
of
not.
truth. I
That's
like
right.
that. I like that,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think it's Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Well,
have a gift coming your way, by the way.
You have to understand, I am the one paid employee. We, again, there is no funding to pay other people. So I have to be the one to get there to open the building.
Mm-hmm.
My people, my volunteers, they can run that place. Not absolutely.
Right.
Somebody has to let them in the building. Somebody has to close up the building. I am the only one authorized to order the food. Because you have to go to classes and
What does it take to get an FTE? Like if you were to get a full-time employee, like what's the process in that? Is it the amount of people you service? Like does the CFC say, hey, we need to get you some help? Like how does that actually work?
Oh, they absolutely know they need to get me help. Unfortunately,
because they're never going to do it if you're doing it. They're never going to. Like,
oh no!
Why would they? Right? Like.
Oh, we have tried when we had funding, and that's the problem. You have to have the funding.
Yeah. Right. It has to be consistent.
You know,
right.
and I will be honest. I had a gentleman call today who asked me. He's like, I want to donate to Operation Christmas. I said, thank you so much. And he's like, before I donate and I hit that button, I don't see any statistics on how much of the money that I am going to donate is actually going to go to buy toys. And I went, all of it. And he's like,
that's amazing because that's nowhere. That's nowhere.
No.
Nowhere.
No, I had some issues with. We have people who usually donate food to us for our distribution day. There was a few snaggles with that. So I had people who knew there were some snaggles and came in to donate the money for us to purchase the food.
That's amazing.
Because they know all the funding we receive for Operation Christmas is to purchase toys. That is what we do with it.
Right.
And the amount of trash bags, because we put the toys in trash bags. So the only funds that are not used for toys is the small amount of funding we use to buy the trash bags that the toys are going in.
Like a little kiddie fund, right? Like it's a little.
That is
right.
yes. So maybe $100 out of anything that's donated is going to buy the trash bags that we need to put the toys in to hand it out to the parents to pick it up.
Wow. So when do you become the director? How long are you there before they say, hey, we want you to run this place?
Oh, well, I think they just gave me that fancy title to make me feel good.
I've been doing the same job for 21 years.
So I've been the director since day one. Day one director.
When they hired me, I was hired to, at the time I was the assistant director because Barbara Travis was going to retire.
I see.
So they said, you're going to be the assistant director at the moment, but Barbara is going to be retiring. She's not going to even be here for another year. That's what she said. So you will be the director. So you need to fall in line, learn everything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when I was hired, Barbara had knee surgery. So I got hired. Barbara, I did not meet her until I believe 4 months after I got hired.
So you're winging this. You're doing this.
Well, I took her daughter's spot technically. Her daughter moved to Florida. My first day, I show up. Her daughter said, listen, this is this is this. I'm going to show you around. She was there for about an hour. Said, I'm taking an early lunch. I have some stuff to do. I'll be back. She never came back.
She never came back. It's like the dad went to get milk and never comes back.
She did not come back.
Wow.
So
She's like, screw you guys, I'm out of here.
Oh, yes. I'm like, oh, my God, which is how David Bilcliff and I became very close.
Yeah.
Because he is the one who hired me. And I would call him and I'd be like, are you people crazy? Like, what do you want me to do?
Right.
I don't even know how to do this. And he's like, oh, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Which is why Barbara and I did not get along, because I figured it out.
Yeah,
right.
Right.
I took
So
these
you had your way of doing it.
Oh, no, I took this little tiny 2-page booklet that her daughter left me that had just little clips on it. This has to be done. This has to be done. This has to be done. These are the passwords for you to access this. Here's your few rules that you have that you can and cannot do. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm like, okay, well, this is how I thought it should be done because nobody's here to tell me this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Barbara came back and she's like, she did not like change. Barbara, very old school, did not like change. So I was the young girl who changed things. And she's like, who do you think you are? I've been running this place.
You're my pretty.
And she swore all the time. And
Did she smoke cigarettes too? And,
she did.
Coffee.
She did.
Coffee. Like a lot of, and I know we all drink coffee.
yes.
We drink coffee, but you're painting an image
I'm
for
drinking
us.
tea now.
Oh,
I quit
yes.
coffee.
But at the end of the day, when we finally learned to talk to each other and not scream, because she learned that I was just as bad as her, and I had the sailor mouth, and
Sure.
we got along so well, and she was like another mother to me. I miss her dearly, and she never retired in a year.
Oh wow.
She stood there for 10 more years.
Oh wow. Oh jeez. I think 'cause she liked you. That's probably something to do with
Because
that.
we worked so well together.
Yeah.
You
Go
know,
figure.
after that initial,
Yeah.
we
That's a
worked
great feeling,
so
right?
well together.
Imagine someone just staying with you when they don't have
Because they don't have to,
They
right?
don't
They
have
they
to.
want to be there. Yeah,
Like,
they want to be there.
There's nothing that binds me to you.
Yeah.
I can get up,
I can
walk
get up and
away,
walk out, but yet I choose to
and then
show
my
up.
life continues.
Yeah.
But you choose.
But I
And
think that's a success in your organization,
Yeah,
right? And your
yeah.
volunteers,
It is.
people showing up. You know what I mean?
But again, it is, and I'm flattered that you're like, oh, it's you. It's not. It's CFC and the mission.
Mm-hmm.
It is everybody getting to do what I do together and how fun we make it together.
Yes, but they see you do it. You are the example. You're the leader. Like if I see my leader and I believe in you, like I will follow you into a burning building. Like that, and that's the truth. People want to be led by great leaders.
Yeah.
And because you're a great leader, it's easy for them. These people are retiring and sticking around for 10 years. Do you think they're doing that because they like toys? No, it's you. It's your energy. It's your passion. And I think that draws people in. I think I say this all the time. People want to be a part of something great.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay them.
And they
If
wanna
you
be around
create
people.
something great,
Yeah.
people will come.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
show up every day for you.
They do. I would like more people to show up and see what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the problems with CFC is being the organization that we are, we definitely are not in the spotlight. And we're not supposed to be, because we're not there to shine. We're there for the people.
Sure.
Right. But that's a detriment because if people don't know.
And that is where the downfall comes.
right.
Because, they know CFC's there. It's kind of, like the old shirt in the closet that you won't ever get rid of.
Right. You know it's there.
You know
Yeah,
it's
that's a
going to
great
be there,
example.
your comfort.
Great example. Right. Right.
And guess what? It's still going to be there. That is who CFC is. And the reality
You guys
is
have delivered.
So can I ask you
Yes.
this? If I wanted to volunteer, what could I expect? Like what would be expected of me as a volunteer? Because I think people need to know that, right? How can I help?
well, if you want to volunteer, it depends on what you want to volunteer for.
Sure.
Now, if you're coming to my food pantry, I try to work around many different things because people want to volunteer, and some of them, we're lifting stuff all day. When you do the food pantry, we have a joke. We pick things up and we put them down.
Pick them up and put them down.
We pick them up and we put them down, and we move them many times.
I saw
and-
it. There's so much in there.
Oh, but
It's
that's
cans. It's all heavy. Yes, I seen it. I see
actually
bulk. Everything's bulk.
you haven't seen much because we have hidden all our food. I have stored it all away, and it is now a little bit of a sad Christmas wonderland because we usually have so many more toys than we do.
So
there's a
what's
shortage this year.
There is a shortage.
Yes,
Why? Why do you think? Why do you think? Do you have any ideas?
I have a lot of ideas. Can I say them all on why I'm on here? No, but the reasonable ones.
Yeah.
Well, for one, again, CFC, we're not out there like we used to be.
Yep.
With this new technology, you have no newspapers. They relied on the newspaper
Right.
every year to come and take pictures. There's no newspaper. Newspapers had these wonderful little consent forms so they could take pictures of clients. We can't do that.
Right.
And even if I can make a consent form, have them sign it.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, I myself have too much of a relationship
Right.
that I
makes
don't
sense.
I don't want to do that to
And it
them.
shouldn't be necessary. That should not be necessary. It shouldn't be necessary
so-
to film these people.
So we don't get to show what we do. So we've been forgotten.
So the mayor doesn't show up. The mayors don't come down.
The mayor actually pops his head in every Christmas for a little while.
Oh, okay.
He comes, takes a few photos, says hi to me. I've known him for a long time. He hands me a check every year, and he leaves.
Oh.
He doesn't stick around. He doesn't volunteer.
That's one thing about him. He disappears. He's
So-
like Batman. That guy just disappears. One minute he's there, you're talking to him, and then you look, and you're like, where'd he go? Like, he's gone.
Ain't no Batman.
Dude, you know,
But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
The term Batman when they just when he
yeah.
disappears.
And
More
to
like
be honest,
ghosting.
at Christmas time, Saturday, I'd love for anybody, whether you donated or not, come spend 10 minutes down there. You don't want to volunteer, that's fine. Come and actually see it. I know people.
What's the address? It's
822 Eastern Ave.
in Fall River.
Yes.
Yep.
Come
And there's a
see-
parking lot. There's a parking lot.
There
You
is
can
a
park-
parking
yep.
lot. The chances of you getting in it on Saturday are slim to none. Unless you want to show up
But
at
you're on
5
Eastern
o'clock.
Ave. There's parking on Eastern Ave. You could find parking over there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think people should show up and actually see for themselves
I
what
agree.
we do.
Yeah, because that did it for me. Like going there and actually.
How about this? Do you guys have like a social media account?
They do. I'm not allowed to. I'm sometimes very inappropriate. You can see that
I can't
sometimes on
see
my
that. I can't see it.
on
I'm
my
kidding.
Facebook page. Sometimes I have a very sick sense of humor. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm not allowed to post on our Facebook page.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Well,
Chris,
is there-
if you want to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy. Anything you got, we'll blast it on the Bobby Kudo Show Studio B.
Yeah,
We'll-
I feel
we'll
like
throw
you
it out
guys
there.
could do.
It's awareness.
You mentioned
Yes.
it's awareness, and,
Yes.
and you mentioned the
Yes.
newspapers being on.
Yes.
And as soon as you said that, I'm like, the reason why I know of CFC is because of what I've known all these years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But as of current, if you were to tell me what are they involved in now, other than
Yes.
the services, I would have no idea. And if everybody, I don't even know the numbers, the ratios, or whatever, to find out out of 10 people how many actually have a social media account, I would say almost all of them.
Almost all of them.
Almost
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's where
eight-
people
eight
get
or
their
nine.
news now.
Yes.
People get their news from
Absol-
Facebook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
And-
guys did these little videos and these little skits. I
and
think you
that's what
guys
we
would do
lack.
great.
That is what we lack. We do have a Facebook page
He's
and
a
an
young
Instagram page,
Jody, I think we're onto something, buddy.
but
Maybe some
you know,
production.
we're not
Like
that
Santa.
active.
Santa should be taking calls for CFC.
Yes.
And having people bring
Does
toys.
Santa show up?
So we haven't had a Santa in a little while because he's very busy,
He is.
but you always have a sassy little elf there.
Yeah.
Sometimes she
Small
might
ears.
Very small, ears.
Tiny ears.
Yes.
Like no, so
And a
small,
Cabbage
can't fit,
Patch
can't fit
nose.
headphones in them.
We've had the Grinch there
Yeah.
and some Christmas trees.
Okay.
So we make it's very fun. We may have a few Nerf gun fights.
I love that.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
You should record that.
Real quick, Operation Toys, the dates. What is the date? What's the deadline? So if people want to bring toys down, a brand new unwrapped gift, how long do they have?
Well, we're giving out our major distribution is on Saturday.
Okay.
And
This Saturday, which is...
Saturday the 13th.
Okay, the 13th.
We start at 8 in the morning and we're there till 5 in the evening. You can bring toys right up to Saturday.
Okay.
Now, some people feel like it's a little early for our distribution, which
Mm-hmm.
I understand. We have our naughty list. My naughty
heard about
list
this.
would be all the people who forgot it was
Be in
Christmas
trouble
and
being
didn't
her
sign
naughty
up.
list, right?
Yes. I give them a hard time. Or the people who swear, the earth fell apart and they couldn't make it
Sure.
on Saturday. So they have some reason
Yeah.
and, their third cousin twice removed was dead in California and they were going to go see him, but they couldn't get there.
Yeah, right.
That's a true story, actually, and that's why I say that. That is a true story. I got one year. I'm like, doesn't even make sense
TMI.
what you're saying.
TMI.
It's
Yeah,
But
right?
You
we
lost,
do.
you lost me.
You
a while
lost
ago.
me. Right.
yes, but we give them a hard time and we sign them all up the whole entire week following that. I'm giving out toys right up till Christmas Eve as long as I have toys. Now this year, I'm gonna struggle to fill the orders right now for the 1,200 families.
And last
coming
time
on
I checked,
Saturday.
there's going to be another Christmas next year too. So this is perpetual. This is continuous.
This is.
Yeah.
This
So,
is.
Chrissy, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to surprise you with something. I did talk to Brian about it, but I didn't talk to you about it. But what I want to do is the Bobby Kuda Show in Studio B. We want to do a prize giveaway. So what we're going to do is I already ordered the raffle tickets. You know, little tickets you get. I'm going to bring them down to your place. Anybody that comes down and brings one unwrapped gift, for every unwrapped gift they get a ticket. So you pick the date. I'm thinking we do it before Christmas, and somebody will get $500 courtesy of the Bobby Kuda Show in Studio B. How about that? How about we do that?
Oh, wow.
Right? How about we do that?
That's pretty sick.
Right?
Okay.
We'll do that.
That's
so
amazing.
I'll blast it on the Bobby Kuda Show.
Get that whip out. Get the whip
We're
out.
going to blast it everywhere.
Yep.
And we'll let everybody know. I'll drop off the tickets with you, and then we'll pick, like I said, we'll pick the date. We'll go down there. We pull a ticket out of the hat, and somebody gets $500 for their family on Christmas. What do you say? And that's just like for one gift, right? Like you could come down with one gift, one unwrapped gift, and you could walk away with $500. So let's do that. What do you think?
That's amazing.
All right, we're gonna do that.
I would love to do that.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a wonderful thing.
Because I think it's awareness. I think people need to know, and I think if people go down there and they have and then that's why I really thought about this, and I say to myself, it's not about just collecting them, and we did that. Like I came down there and I saw the place. Now we need other people to drive to that location, and I want them to see the amazing organization that you have going there, and I think it's very, very important for people to
you
do
know
that.
something? Hey.
I believe in it that much.
You could also do a live show, just saying,
What?
while you're there.
I love that.
I like
You
that.
I love
could.
that
It's
too.
a great idea.
I love that too.
Listen. People always think they have to go out and like buy gifts, right? Listen, there are things in your kids' closets that they've never opened up with tags still on them.
Tags on them, brand new,
Brand freaking
and it's
new.
worth $500.
And it's worth Guys,
Right. You
if
could
you
have-
have anybody
Yes.
or anything, go through
Yes.
your kids' toys. I just went
Yes.
through Bella's, right?
Yes.
So Nikki reached out to me.
Yep.
Nikki Fontaine. She
Yeah.
gave me a list of a family.
Yeah.
So I bought a bunch of gifts for them.
Awesome.
And
We love Nikki. Nikki's a fan
Yeah.
of the show too.
I work with them well.
Yeah. She's been on the show too. She does a lot of great things too.
She
Yes.
does.
she
I
does.
give her team food to bring down to the homeless all the time. I supply
Yeah.
them with the water, with all the different protein bars and the pop tops canned.
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yes, they're often
yeah.
at my
Go through
place.
go
See
through
what I'm saying?
go
It's
through their
like even
toys.
that
I'm telling
organization
you.
is going through this organization
yeah.
to get supplies.
And I
mean,
asked her, I said, listen, I have Bella's clothes, things that she's never worn, gifts. I said,
Brand new?
I said, the kids that I'm buying for these kind of don't fit her, but I said,
Yep.
you can have them if you want. She's like, please, anything.
Yep.
Anything you have, we will take.
And that goes for anybody
100%.
listening right now. Like
Yes.
just whatever you got, like,
Whatever you got,
just-
go
just-
through it. Listen, go
absolutely,
through them. I guarantee
absolutely,
you'll find
absolutely.
boxes and boxes of toys
Yep.
that would never touch by
And
the
if
kids.
someone wants to call to make a donation, how would they get in touch with you? What's the number?
So they can call me. The phone number to reach me, 508-675-2157. My extension is 601. They can also go right onto CFC's website,
Okay.
which is cfcinc.org. There's this wonderful little donate to Operation Christmas button.
Excellent.
Or they can donate to any other program on CFC's page.
So that's the best way to get it there right now. Or if they want to come down,
Absolutely.
write a check.
They can come down
write
and
a check.
We are a nonprofit, and we can give them a receipt. It is
Yeah.
a tax write-off if they want it.
And that's 100% of your donation
Correct.
is actually helping people. Now, like
Yeah.
these other organizations where it's like 10%,
yeah,
11% of the
10%,
money actually
yeah.
makes it. The other 90% is for Sally Struthers. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I need to put out there, though, as everybody listens to this, and sometimes the little things matter. So I need people to know that they want to help, and they feel, as you were saying, hey, bring in a new toy or something that's new from the closet. Absolutely. The little things matter, too. We give out stocking stuffers. I tell people, go and get me a candy bar. Go to the dollar store and spend $5 because that's going to give me 5 stocking stuffers. And some of our kids, you would be surprised
Actually,
when
that'd
they
be my
fill out.
favorite.
Exactly.
Right?
When they have an application that says what would they like, and the parents filling it out, and you read stocking stuffers.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, what else does your kid want? And the mother, when she comes in, I'm like, it says stocking stuffers. She's like, my kid wants stocking stuffers. Okay, what else does your kid play with? My kid does not want anything, and that happens more often than
Oh,
people
wow.
would agree. They're not asking for an Xbox.
Yeah.
They literally want stocking stuffers.
So give me some examples of stocking stuffers. So you said some candy bars.
If it fits in a sock, it is a stocking stuffer.
Okay,
Then
all right.
again, we have some things that don't fit in a stocking that are stocking stuffers also, but little matchbox cars. You have, when you're talking girls, fingernail polish, nail files, little chapsticks. When you're talking about boys, they want slime and Hot Wheels cars and the little tiny action figures because they come very small now. It is the simple things, and they want
I used
the
to love my
candy.
micro machines. I had micro machines. Remember micro machines? The little cars? Those are my favorite.
I had a Batman and Robin action figure that I had for years.
Yeah.
And of all my toys, I play with that the most. And they were only the smaller ones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
could
but you take them everywhere.
I took
Yeah,
them everywhere.
Right.
Out of all my toys, that was that was my prized possession.
You know, it
And
makes sense.
It's crazy.
And I think staying away from video games, like the more we can stay away
You know
from
what?
like the whole video
I
game
completely
thing,
agree.
man.
I took my kid off of social media.
Good for you.
Yeah, I did. She was going through some shit at school, whatever, and we always check. We're always checking.
That's always a hard one though, bro. Because like you want to take it away, but you don't want your kid to be in the outs and not know
going
to be
tell. Well,
in
it
the know.
depends on your kid. Apparently, my kid was prepared for it because she said, "Yeah, it sucks." She's like, "But Dad, I get it, and I screwed up. I made a mistake. I'm sorry."
Yep.
And we haven't given it back to her. It's been about 3 weeks now, almost a month,
Yeah.
and we don't give it back, and she doesn't ask.
So
for
let me
it.
ask you: do you
And
find
she's
her doing
closer.
other things like
Oh,
reading
one, she's better at her homework.
Okay.
She's always done her homework, but now she's doing extra.
Yeah, because she's concentrating. She's not trying to rush to get done to pick up the phone.
She listens better.
Yeah.
She's much
See,
more.
I love to
in tune,
hear
see?
this because this is what we need to do. We need to get our kids back. We need to take them back.
Yeah,
Give them
yes.
toys.
Social media
Play with
has-
toys. You know, I went shopping. And everything I bought, I touched. And you know what? I bought everything with the mindset of, like, I bought doctor's kits.
This
I
takes them
bought
away.
science
There-
kits.
it
right?
stimulates the brain.
Yes, things that are going to inspire
Correct.
children to do things. You know what I mean? A football, basketball, like all the things. Get outside, go play.
Which is why CFC, when we give out toys, every family gets a family game to promote family
I love
time.
that. I love that.
So we
That's so
don't.
good to
know.
I don't care what your kid asks for.
Yeah.
I don't care if you ask for it or your child. Every family gets a family game to promote family
Some of my
time.
best memories, bro.
Monopoly,
Just sitting
bro.
playing
Monopoly.
games with my family at
Yeah.
kitchen tables.
Yeah, I
So
love
we
Monopoly.
still have
Yeah.
game night at my house.
No kidding. I love
Yes.
that. That's so great. That's
We
so
have
great.
game
You have
night.
siblings? You have siblings?
I am the youngest of 7.
Oh, wow. Oh, there it is.
I am the
It
youngest
all
of
makes
7.
sense
You
now.
had to fight for your food.
It all makes sense now.
She had to fight for her food.
It all makes sense. There it is.
Yes.
I get it. I was trying to figure it out, and there it was. There it is.
That's
there
what
it is.
it
Good
is.
for you.
How
Good
many
for you.
brothers, sisters?
So I have 4 brothers, 2 sisters. Unfortunately, 2 of my brothers and 1 of my sister are already deceased.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Because of this wonderful Fall River City, which is why things you've learned, different times, different reasons I do what I
Sure,
do.
sure.
Because we've all walked the line.
Absolutely. We all have a reason to be here. It's funny, like, we come from different places, but sitting here, like, we all have had that struggle in one way or another, and that's what drives that fire inside of us to do. I feel in my heart that if I continue to do good to the universe, that it'll reward me. Like, I keep meeting amazing, wonderful people.
No. I swear God is a woman because only a woman could be this cruel. I don't care what anybody tells me. Mama, don't hate me. I know you're religious. I say it all the time. Only a woman could be this cruel.
But imagine, like I said earlier, how many lives you. So tell me what it's like to be at your house for game night. What's that like?
So
It's a lot of drinking.
Right?
that's a true story
A
right there.
lot of drinking.
That is
tell you
a
that.
true story, and depending on what game, it's a lot of swearing.
Perfect.
We throw
Sounds
some
like my
stuff.
kind of game night.
Yes,
I know, right?
It's my kind of
it
game
is-
night.
There's no insult.
No,
Listen, if no one's
no.
getting mad. If that
No.
one person gets mad,
No.
this
Oh,
is
no.
not a good game.
No.
It's
right.
it's
I love
very
it.
inappropriate.
Good. As it should be.
There are many games that we've turned into drinking games that should not be done. I mean,
Fish, you're drinking.
I do.
Have you
Go
gu-
fish.
Have you guys ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Yes.
It's a good.
in many different versions.
It's a good game. It's a
So
good game.
if you like that, there is a card game called That's What She Said.
This goes back to the other comment.
That is
Right,
a very
exactly.
adult game, but it is so much fun.
Really?
Yes. But we do right down from Monopoly. My kids will no longer, and they're not kids anymore, but Disney trivia, forget about it. I'm not allowed to play any game with Disney. They will not play with me any longer.
Because you're a Disney maniac, aren't you?
I am.
You
Are you,
are.
are you into the Wicked thing? Are
How
you
many
into the
times
Wicked?
you go a year?
Wicked?
Tell me.
It was okay. I actually have not been in a long time because I live at my job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you like Wicked? Do you like the theatrical Wicked? Yeah, you like that? Do you enjoy that?
I did. I have not seen I am old school Disney.
Yes.
I'm very much
Like
old
Little Mermaid.
school.
You're
Like
a
Little
purist.
Mermaid,
You're a
Lion King.
Okay,
purist.
so she's
That's what it is.
that is
Ariel.
my favorite. And
Ariel.
actually my daughter,
Ariel, you look just like her.
I played I
You can
played
sing that, right? Can you sing it?
Oh, that's
I
right.
can't.
Okay, let's sing it. Come on, can we sing it
Can't.
together?
Oh, no. We're not doing that tonight.
No,
No.
Want to know why?
Because we're not drinking.
There's no liquor.
Damn.
Yeah, I need a little bit of liquor.
Jojo, where's the drums, buddy?
Where's the vodka, buddy? Where's the vodka?
There we go.
Good, sorry.
Sing a little under
Totally out
the
of
sea.
control.
We're good. Yes.
Well, I gotta say that's a great thing you guys have game night
Yeah.
because I did game night for a long time. Me and Steph did for a while, and we haven't done it in a minute. But it was almost every weekend we were playing game night, and friends would come over. We'd go over their house, and
Absolutely.
a lot of drinking, a lot of my dad's
But it's just
moonshine.
fun.
But I will tell you, it's a great time.
Yeah.
If you're at your friend's house,
Yeah.
you're at home.
Yeah. You still have your mom?
can be
You
yourself.
still have your mom?
I do.
So is she a part of it as well?
Yes.
So what's that like? It's got to be great for her. I mean, to sit there and see all her kids together.
She's the worst.
No,
cheat?
actually, so I love my mother. I
She
love
cheated.
my
Mom cheats. Mom cheats.
No,
right,
my
good.
mother is this is awful, but she is so dumb. I love her, but she says, so when you're playing a game with mom, you have no choice but to constantly laugh
Okay.
I
because
love this. All right.
she will spit something out of her mouth and you're like, what are you talking about? Like, where does that even come from?
I thought you
That
actually meant
even-
like physical food. I'm like, wait a minute.
No, the things,
I love this.
just when you're playing a game and if you had to, some of the games we played, Cards Against Humanity.
Great game.
Well, you got to explain the rules, poor thing. She doesn't know the rules, right? So you got to explain the rules.
No, she knows the rules.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm trying.
She's not-
You
Mom, I'm
charades?
trying to help you out,
Charades?
Mom. I'm trying to help Mom out. Yeah.
She cannot do charades. We've done, yes. And actually, that's the best game to play with her.
Say,
But
charades. I know the personality. You made a picture
Yes,
of her. I
we
see
got
her.
her. We
I see
got
her.
her.
My mother is one of the sweetest women you will ever meet. But yeah, not in games. So we all sit there and make fun of her. And she's such a sport.
Yeah.
Because she'll be like, stop picking on me. And it's not that you're picking on her, but you can't help.
It's just easy.
It's so, she makes it
If your
so
kids are
easy.
not making fun of you,
Yeah, right.
you don't
right.
have a good relationship.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Right. Are you competitive? Do you want to win? Do you always want to win?
Yes.
I see it.
She's a cheater.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, honey,
Well, if
I
you're not
am
cheating,
not
you're
a
not
cheater.
trying
I
hard
was
enough.
a straight A student, honey. I don't need to cheat.
No AI.
Don't you-
There was no
I-
AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't you know? I just know. I would, and I'm a parent. Of course, I know everything.
There you go. Perfect. So, what's Christmas like? So, you guys, you all get together for Christmas as well?
No, well, not all of us. It's most of us.
Yeah.
People have different families, different schedules. It does make things hard. So
Ain't that the truth?
it used to be, we would always do ours Christmas Eve. My family, we would all get together Christmas Eve. That's when we did our fa la 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 la's. Put little baby Jesus in the manger, who my mother is miserable this year. He's
Did you guys
already
have to
there.
carry him? Did you guys have to carry them?
Baby Jesus.
Baby
Oh.
Jesus.
He's my favorite.
Yes.
He's my favorite version of Jesus. Is the baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus.
Yeah, I like the
Oh,
baby
it's so
Jesus.
precious.
Yeah, but now, mom's a little miserable this year. So baby Jesus is already in the manger. She put him in. She was like, bah humbug.
She wasn't having it.
You know,
No,
I'm struggling
but-
with my family because my mom's 81. And she's healthy. She's doing amazing. And I think we take that for granted.
Yes.
I think everybody forgets that she's 81 years old. So, you know, and I'm not saying this, like, I'm not taking any credit, but I make it a point to see her almost every day. And then I eat Sunday dinner with her every Sunday. And you know, Thanksgiving came and went, and I'm sitting there with her, with my uncle, and like my brother doesn't show up, like my daughter doesn't show up, my son doesn't show up, and I'm sitting there going, like, you know, it takes you 5 minutes, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'll say it because I don't give a shit, but like you're so busy. You don't have 5 minutes to come and see your 81-year-old mom, grandmom, Vavo, and
This is gonna sound terrible.
God forbid something happens to her. Like now, you're like you shoulda, coulda, woulda.
It's priorities.
That's what it is. People do what they want. Yeah, people. That's really what it comes down to. And
People
that's,
have the idea
and
they're
that's
gonna
what
live
upsets me.
forever.
Absolutely,
You can
right,
lose someone.
Right.
I've lost my dad, lost my
Yes.
sister, and I still hold on. As I get older, it's fading away.
Yeah.
Right? I start realizing how precious life is. Right, but like as I get older, when I was younger, it was almost like you're gonna live forever.
Right.
Yeah.
My
Right,
parents
right,
are always
right,
gonna be here.
Right.
Right. You, to your kids, grandma will always be
Until
here
she's not.
because she's always been
Yeah,
here.
until she's not.
And she's a bull, and they rationalize she's in great shape.
Yep.
Not realize at any given moment, any given time.
Yep. And it takes
could happen.
5 minutes. Just stop in.
It's never 5 minutes though.
Say hello.
Can't just say
It-
5 minutes.
it-
You got to
but-
be more than 5 minutes.
But you know, if it is more than 5 minutes, then it's a good thing, right? Like you're having the conversation,
Absolutely.
right?
Well, it depends on the family. Because again, as I'm like,
Yeah, I
you're
guess
getting
so.
this great picture of my family. Let me throw this in there.
We have a great family. That's why. It's
Yeah,
one of
but
those things.
so-
I
Nah,
understand.
they don't
I-
show up to see my 81-year-old mother. They're not so great. Go ahead.
But
Starting to knock
my
people out.
father's side was Italian. My mother's side is Portuguese, French, and American Indian. So
You are quite a mix there. That's
they put all the angriest nationalities all together.
Bunch of drinkers too.
wow. Yeah.
We are drinkers. We are
hate
fighters.
life.
Yeah, you got it all in there. It's all in
So
there. Yeah. Right.
I'm telling you, they put all those mean things in this 5'3". Do you know how angry this girl gets? You don't understand. I'm 5'3" with a lot of rage.
right?
Yeah, you
She's
you
like,
have to fight for everything.
Absolutely.
Who's getting that present?
Right.
Some kids got a slice of pizza, some didn't.
Right.
Now the youngest one had to fight for that
Just-
piece, just for the small piece that she got.
Right.
Think about
And then
it.
she got little ears, right? So she's like, "Hey, dinner's ready." She didn't hear. She
couldn't hear him.
She couldn't hear him.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh, listen. Listen, I monkeyed around and you don't even, I was like ninja. I learned.
There it is.
I
Survival.
learned.
Survival.
Yes, I was like ninja.
Your primal kicked in.
Who was your favorite as a kid? Like, who was your favorite sibling? Like, had your back? There's always one.
Yes. Yes, there was. There was always one.
You
My
won't say
brother,
it?
no, I'm very, I was close to all, and I still am.
Sure.
You know,
Well, I can see it because you glow when you talk about them.
yes, I am still close as much as I hate them and want to punch them in the face most times.
That's all love.
God,
It
it's
is.
all love.
It is all love. My brother Kevin and I were the closest.
And he's how many years?
So he actually is the second oldest in the family, and he was the first of my brothers to pass away. He passed away, I was 7, no, I was older than that because I had my daughter, she was 4. He passed away in 2000. My brother Stephen passed away in 2006. Wow. So, yes, I was 19 when he passed away.
And how old was he?
He was,
Way too young, I'm sure.
yes, he was his early 30s. Sorry.
That's so young.
Yes.
A victim of the city.
Yes, he actually left the city though. He went to Florida. He came back here. He went to Florida and he was clean. But he came back. He came back to die.
Yeah,
It was too late.
Familiarity.
It was, so he was clean, but
Yeah.
his body just had enough, and it was
You know, and
too
I
late.
heard, listen, not anything else, but I heard in Florida, like a lot of people go down to Florida for help, and a lot of these places, they just recycle people. They literally put people through, and then they have vans that pick up the people and bring them back, and they cycle them 2
So-
months, and
But I know a lot of people who've done so well there,
Yeah.
and he did phenomenal. He was clean.
Wow.
And he stayed down there for a long time. He was down there in clean, and he came back here to die because that was it. He just knew.
wow,
My goodness, at
Wow.
30.
So
so young,
Yes.
so young.
That's a terrible. What a terrible thing. I mean, to even
You know, brother, listen, not to cut you off, but we're one friend away from that.
Yeah.
Right? Like, seriously, like the people that are around you, I always say you're the sum of the five. And it takes that one friend to, you know what, dude, I've been very close to it. Right? I'm sure we all have. Like, that close to it where it's one decision to be like, yeah, I'll try it, as opposed to saying, no, I'm not going to try it.
Yeah.
And sometimes just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But 30 is just way too young. And, you know, I think the awareness of that is so important, you know, because, we see a lot of people in the city now. And, you know, and homelessness is homelessness. That's an entity all of its own.
Yes.
But to be homeless and then to have an addiction and to be so just dependent upon substance, you know what I mean? And, you know, you see these people and they're panhandling and it's 20 below zero out there and this guy's out there with no coat on.
It's terrible.
And, you know, and you wonder, like, you know, and what breaks my heart is these people don't want to be sick, you know? And that's what I keep telling myself. I'm like, this guy's standing out here in the cold because he doesn't want to be sick.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's more than that, and I don't think people realize it unless they've been there or have family that's been there and lived it. Some of those people, it's not that they don't want to. It's not just they don't want to be sick.
Mm-hmm.
They've had so much trauma that they don't know how to deal with. They don't want to remember.
Wow.
Do you have single people that walk in? I know we talk about families.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
There are single people that walk in.
Yes.
Men, female. Do you, some of them you would you say could be using as some? Not to say we want to like obviously profile these people. That's what I want to say. That's what I'm saying.
I have.
But I would assume that would be a service you would be serving some of these people as well.
I have.
You have.
And I've actually.
I think that's your drive. What I'm
Personally-
saying is I think that's your drive, right?
Personally,
you may
there's
see,
some of them I don't let,
Yeah.
like they'll come to my building and unfortunately they're in such a state that I can't allow them to come in the building because they're making other people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I will walk through. I will get the food for them and I'll go outside and hand it to them.
And do you feel like that might be like your driving force here? You might see, because you've experienced through some heartbreak, and you see maybe your
Yeah, but how do you say
siblings
no,
and-
David? How does she say no?
I always say one.
Right?
I think it's part of you, it's who you are, but I also think something might happen in your life.
But if somebody comes knocking at your door, like to a pantry, how do you
Yeah.
how do you say no to
no?
right?
How do you say
but
no?
I get it. If you continue, it becomes habitual, and now it becomes something else, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, and that's where your strength comes in. Like you have to manage that, like,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
People don't know
that's
that.
my point. That's my point.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh.
you're handling just not families. It's other people
it's
as well.
individuals. I see people at their worst. It's my job to try to make
tough.
it better.
It's tough.
It can be. I can be the most hated. I have people that used to love me and now they hate me because they hate the word no. And when I tell someone no, I'm not telling them no because I'm looking at you and I'm like, I don't want to help you. I'm telling you no because I cannot do it. I can't pay somebody's rent if I have no funds.
Right.
Correct.
It's not personal. It's not. I also can't pay or help you pay that rent if you don't fall under. Unfortunately, there are rules and regulations.
Could you tell us what those are? Could you tell us what those rules are? So if I needed heating assistance, right,
Yeah.
or
Yes.
rent assistance, how does that work?
Well, heating assistance is an income eligible program.
Okay.
It goes by income. It goes by family size, and it goes by your gross income. So they calculate the gross income for every individual in your household, and you have to fall under a certain percentage
threshold,
of the
right.
poverty
Yeah.
level. Absolutely.
yeah.
So we don't just calculate that. That is calculated by the government. So if you're $20 over, and I'm sorry, you're not eligible, we did not make those rules.
Right. But there has to be obviously there has to be a lot.
There's gotta be a
There has
cutoff
to be.
It has to be-
somewhere.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have to prove their income. We don't just take their word for it. You have to prove your income to us. Now that is fuel assistance. Food pantry, we have income guidelines, but we may skew them a little. Because USDA food has guidelines, they're similar to food stamps. In order for them to receive USDA food, they have to fall within food stamp guidelines, which are minute. And I'm so sorry. probably going to get in trouble. Absolutely ridiculous. You have to be the poorest of the poor to be able to get that, just like food stamps.
Right.
And we all know that what you gross is not what you're
Of course
taking
not.
home.
Right.
So it is absolutely ridiculous to sit there and tell somebody, you make $20 too much, we can't give you food. So CFC purchases their own food also.
Wow.
With that purchased food, I can service whom I want. That is our donation money from
Gotcha.
other people.
Gotcha.
So therefore, we will not turn, unless you're walking through my door telling me that you're a multimillionaire and you want food,
Right.
I am not going to say no to you.
Right.
Now,
That's from private donations, you said, right?
that is,
yes.
or
They keep those separate-
or
separate.
grants from maybe, a business or
Correct. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Now, our rental program.
This is crazy. This is going to blow your mind because you made a really great point yesterday when you said this. So please.
So our rental program, our funding has come from either a private grant or from FEMA. And that is the only funding we've gotten because for us, it's very important that we can help people. And the regulations that the city has in places, Catholic Social Services, the RAFT program, they all have their rental programs. Their guidelines are you have to have an eviction notice. Okay. So
Yes, that's
Thank
exactly
you.
what I said. That's exactly what I said.
it is too late. By
Too late.
that time,
What are you going to do with
too
the
late.
stuff?
Right. You're already evicted.
You're gone.
You have, so they've had to go to court and have an eviction notice and have to be out. Well, they are hoping that we can step in and mediate. The landlord doesn't want to deal with them by now. So the funding we receive allows us to do that before that process starts. If they have a 14-day notice to quit, we can assist them. That's when you need to assist them. When the landlord is at that, okay, let's work with you. People are struggling. They've had a hard time. Now, you also have to be able to afford your rent in order for CFC to assist you, which, whether people like it or not, makes sense. If you are getting $800 a month and you're telling me you're living in an apartment that is for $1,400, I cannot assist you. I am going to pay your back rent for what?
Right.
The very next month,
Right.
you're
You won't
gonna
be able to
Right.
pay it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're in a bad situation. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will not help them pay back rent if they cannot afford their current rent. We will help them pay for first month's rent if they can find a place they can afford.
Okay.
See, I don't think anybody knows that. Because that's usually the biggest expense. Like
It
you're getting
is.
a new apartment, you need to put the first, the last, and then the deposit. By the time you're done, you're like 10 grand. Like you could be around 10 grand. Dude, it's ridiculous.
Hey, listen, for
Yes.
somebody who's not making a whole lot of money,
Right.
sure feels like 10 grand.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
now we cannot help them with a security deposit or last month's rent because those need to be put in a special bank account.
Yeah, like an
and
escrow.
They gain interest.
Yeah, right.
We cannot allow a client to gain interest on money that was not theirs.
Sure.
So therefore, we can pay first month's rent. Depending on sometimes how the funding comes in, they might allow us to pay first and second month's rent to get them ahead. Again,
So you got to keep up with all this, right? Like this is, I mean, I
Yes.
can even imagine the monumental like rules and regulations that you have to fall within to stay
Does
within the
this fall
perimeters.
all on you, though, to know all of this? Do you guys have like an administrative...
my programs are, it's my responsibility to know the rules and regulations of my program, of any program that I
Director.
am
No
directing.
assistant, no nothing. Just you. That's wild.
and volunteers.
I thought CFC was a government agency.
Can,
No.
can I tell you that I thought the same thing?
Yeah.
I
No.
thought it was affiliated.
I thought
Citizens to
I
Citizens.
thought
was a-
everything, all the services they provide was
yes.
a guarantee. I thought it was a government
Yes.
agency, not a separate.
I
entity.
learned this yesterday with Sean Kadim. Like we came in and Sean's like, whatever we can do. Like he actually said, he's like, whatever the city could do to help you.
wild.
And then that's when I realized, like, wait a minute, it's not like you can go down to City Hall and be like, hey, we need more money. Hey, we need more support.
No.
That blows my mind.
Well, I think
Where are you, buddy? Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah, yeah.
So, did you guys used to run that Smiles program back in the day, like a few years back? Smiles. It was like a school thing for like after school or something like that.
Okay, so we have many after school programs. I'm trying to remember if we had one called Smiles.
You currently have one?
We still have after school so we have Head Starts.
I see all those kids right up the street from my mom's house.
Daycares, after school daycares. We have our, oh God, I'm going to say the wrong name and they're going to kill me. So we have our family planning. They have a program for teenagers, and it's basically we employ teenagers that are at risk.
That was it.
Yes.
That was it. It's
So-
not Smiles. It's family planning. My
How'd you confuse that?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't know why.
Well, so the Smiles program that I knew of was a dental program that used to come
That's what I
around.
was thinking too. I'm like,
To be honest with you, but I could be wrong.
That's right. The little pouches they
little
give us.
bit, yeah, with the
So
toothbrush and
it used to be called Proud Choices.
Okay.
And that is what they do is they go into the middle schools and high schools. Our family planning does, and they find the kids that are at risk, that the teachers think are at risk. And when I say at risk, it's just maybe their life isn't going good, and we don't want it to go a different way.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that intervention is so important,
Are
right?
they located in the city? Are they located on Rock Street?
they are now family planning is
Is
now
it
in
family?
Hanover.
Isn't it on Robeson?
That's what, I thought it was in that section.
No,
So-
it's off of Robeson.
No,
It's-
they're in Hanover because you have to. Family planning is also, the clinic.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Clinic.
they
Oh, okay,
do-
yeah,
gotcha.
Hanover
but-
Street.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Right across the
yeah.
street from the hospital.
Yes.
Yes.
But
yes.
they do.
We used to go in there and grab condoms out of the fishbowl.
But they do so much more.
You-
It's
But
more
that's.
than
But
that.
I remember being
Yes.
younger,
You being
and we
smart.
we go. Yes, I'm
being smart.
telling. I'm actually
There's
giving
still
telling.
condoms
Hey
in the
guys,
fishbowl.
yes, condoms
You
in the
guys might wanna
fishbowl.
wrap up on that one.
There are, but
It's a Smiles program.
Yeah, someone's
well,
smiling.
they do smile. And now we're teaching them to make proud choices.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
that's
again,
awesome.
I know
I know we're making fun, but it's
that
yeah.
is not the name of the program anymore, so I'll probably get in trouble for that one. But
fun.
Yeah.
it is still.
But the idea
it's a
behind it,
good-
yeah, it's the prevention, it's the
And
awareness.
those children will be volunteering with me on they do Thanksgiving with me. They do Christmas with me because we do our big Thanksgiving program. And the kids from that program will be there all day with me.
Oh wow.
They're troopers. And when they graduate, they still come back to see me because they have so much fun.
And can I ask you, is you guys like community service eligible? So if we have kids in high school that have to do their community service hours, can they do the volunteer hours with you?
They can try. So I do my best to try to accommodate because a lot of kids, they do get out at a later time. My food pantry is closed by that time, except we do have a nighttime food pantry for working families only. You actually have to have, and I will not lie, I am very strict with that. The first Thursday of the month from 5 to 7 p.m., we hold a nighttime pantry. It's all volunteers, including myself. We are all volunteering that night. And we
And this
do
is
that.
at Easton Avenue.
822 Eastern Ave. We do that for working families only. You do have to come in and provide a pay stub or some form, something that proves that you are currently working. And why I am very strict with that is because we're open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you do not have a job, you have not only the 3 days that we're open to be able to come in, you have so many other food pantries in this area that if you cannot come to me, you can get to one of them. Now, working families,
You can't make it any easier. Like,
Yes.
like mornings, nights, after, like it just.
yes. But for the working family, there are not. You have some places, Angels Anonymous is every other Saturday. St. Anne's is on Saturdays from 9 to 12. A lot of families still work on Saturday. I know I'm still one,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Right.
So unfortunately, they can't get to them either.
Sure.
We are the only place that is open at night. currently.
What if I can't get to you? What if I'm disabled? Are there anything in place, like any contingencies in place to maybe deliver some food to people that need it?
I wish, but that would be funding and insurance.
Maybe we talk about that. Oh, insurance.
So in order for
liability.
Yes, people don't realize that for you to be able to deliver to a household.
But do we do Meals on Wheels right now? Do we do that?
We do have Meals on Wheels.
So
yes.
couldn't Meals on Wheels just like maybe off hours they deliver food instead of like actual like plates? Like they're actually delivering bags of food to elderly people or?
So, well, Meals on Wheels, they do the elderly. So you have to be part of, yes, there's so many rules and regulations. You have to be part of Bristol Elder Services. They have to sign you up. I believe it's 65 and older for Meals on Wheels.
But if I had a vehicle and I wanted to donate my vehicle and my time, could I hold liability and be like, I'm just going to deliver this food to people? Veterans?
So
Because I'm delivering pizzas. We did 200 pizzas not too long ago, and nobody gave me a hard time. I just did it. You know what I mean? Like,
so
Did you go through an organization or you just did it?
well, we did it with Jordan.
With Jordan.
yes, but when you start getting
I'm,
plugged
I'm,
into
I'm saying this because I'm just trying to. Yeah, I want people to realize why.
When you start getting plugged into organizations, it makes it difficult because
Bureaucracy.
you are yes, absolutely.
Government. It's always the government.
Well, it not.
Freaking rules.
But it's not always the government. Sometimes it's that one bad apple that just destroyed the bunch.
Yeah,
and
right. And you're like,
something-
we're never doing that
But maybe
again.
we
Something
shouldn't.
could have happened.
But why does it have to be that way?
Right. That's a
If
good question.
90% are good
Right.
people, and
Yes.
it's that stupid 1% that ruins it, why
everybody.
why are we allowing the 1%?
Right.
It's
right.
us.
Because I'd be willing to do that, dude.
allowed-
I would volunteer to deliver food to
Yeah,
people. Like if I knew
so
people could
bizarre
get
to
it.
me. That's so bizarre to me. Why are we letting the 1% dictate everything?
I know, but it's liability.
But I
It's
know it's a
lawsuits,
liability.
right.
I get
And
it. I
that's-
understand. We live in a
Exactly.
shit world.
Yeah.
We live in a shit society.
And
it sucks.
you come into like, okay,
He
yes,
does
you're
not represent
volunteering.
the views of the show. I'm kidding.
But you come into, I understand you want to volunteer your time. You picked up food, you're going to go bring it to, John Smith. And you decide that, hey, you can do this every Thursday for
Yes.
us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get into a car accident.
That's why I have
Now,
insurance.
yeah, absolutely. But now when you talk to your insurance company and they go, what were you doing? And you're like, well, I was volunteering and I was delivering food for citizens. Your insurance company isn't going to want to pay. They're going to want our insurance company to pay. Why? Because you were doing us a service.
That is some shit.
It is, but it's the same
That's-
thing. If you look up different things with Uber, it's
I think
why.
that's another TMI situation. You don't have to know what I was doing. I was driving down the road and I got into an accident. But I see
But
where you're going with that.
these
Right,
are-
right.
these
You're
are the
taking a
things-
chance. Not everybody is thinking, because people volunteer that information not knowing. Oh, wow, I was volunteering my time, and
I think this
Yes.
is why Chris gets so much shit.
who
Chris Sylvia.
He's
He's off the books. He doesn't go through an organization. He does whatever the fuck he wants, right? Excuse
Yeah,
my language.
yeah.
And he goes out there and he's helping these homeless people. If he was to start an organization right now,
Yeah, but is he helping, dude? I've said this before, and I only say
well,
this,
what do you mean?
like at some point, do you become the charity guy? Is your efforts going like? I'm not saying he's not helping. My point is it actually helping? Right? Like, what's the residual on that?
Is
right?
he helping the right way?
Right. That's that. Where's it going, bro? Where's it going? Are you taking from somebody else because it's not going where it was supposed to? Because you decided to bring it somewhere else? That's what I'm saying. Is it going where it needs to go? And and again, this is no hate, dude. Dude, the whole.
So you're saying more like efficiency in a sense, like
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying you could do those things, you could do those charities, but where's it going? Is it efficient? Are you
Or are
cutting
you
the legs,
are you putting a Band-Aid on something that needs a staple?
bro? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not the intent. Because, dude, the guy's like, dude, he's a philanthropist. He's always helping. But, dude, sometimes, you know what? Somebody has a medical emergency. They fall to the ground, right? If I go over and I pick them up, like, I think I'm helping them, but I'm causing more damage because I'm picking them up. Does that make sense?
Well, it goes to show you that the system is broken.
Yeah,
and
right.
when we hear that, I know it's like beating a dead
I
horse.
think
but
people like
it
Christopher.
truly is.
I think people like Christopher. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I think people like Christopher need to have conversation. Like, it'd be great if he came to you and said, "Hey, Chrissy, how can I help? How can I support the organization that's already doing? Don't reinvent the wheel.
I hope he's watching.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
hope he
Don't
tunes in
reinvent the wheel. The
he
wheel
hears
is
it.
already there. How can I put rubber on the wheel? How can I put rubber on the road? How can I support you become more efficient? Can I provide you with stock? Can I provide you with services? Whatever that may be. I will tell you that I seen all of the knitted hats and gloves on the table.
Yes.
That's a mountain of it. And I know that Christopher has a bunch of them in his trunk. And I'm saying to myself, gee, do I reach out to Christopher and say, hey, they need this over at CFC? But I don't know if that's is there some conflict there? Is there some drama? I don't even want to get involved in it. And that's the problem is I don't want to get involved in the drama.
And to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know Christopher, so I can't speak on him. I won't lie to you.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I just think
don't
there's a lot
know
of
him,
yeah.
and I can't speak on him. What I'm going to say, and this is not him in general, but this goes back to exactly what we were saying before, is that there's just so many people who want to do good things. There's just too many places.
Right.
There's so many people who just take it upon themselves because they're like, I want to change the world today myself.
Right.
And that's the problem. And the problem is when you have those places that are going to take on these 20 people, and then this place going to take on these 50 people, and none of us are talking. Well, I've already helped those 50 people, and I've already helped those 20 people.
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk to me and we worked together,
yes,
you could have helped 50 different people that I had to turn
there
away.
It is right there. That's exactly it, right? Very well said. Very well articulated. Exactly.
That's what I want to change.
Right. So it's not like we're sitting here going, don't help.
Nope.
It's how are you helping, right?
Sure.
Like if you're bringing water to the guy that doesn't need to drink, what's the point? You know what I mean? He's got water, but did he really need the water? Whereas somebody over here is literally, thirsting to death.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. No, that makes sense.
So I guess that's the takeaway. You know what I mean? You want to help, legitimately help organizations that are
Well, I
already.
don't think he's bringing an iPad to a homeless person. I'm going to assume that.
I don't know,
I know he gives away a lot of electronics. I would hope he's blankets, food.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would make more sense.
Not to talk shit and not to get off subject here, but I am in awe of the amount of homeless people that are out there.
It is.
It was one thing to see it once in a while. I see it everywhere.
Do you see a lot of those people coming in, by the way?
I actually do get a lot of homeless. Not all the food pantries do.
Okay.
I know that because I speak to many of them. I get a lot of the homeless because when they come in, they will get special bags from us.
Okay.
When they come in for the first time, they are taken into an intake room and spoken to, and not just them, anyone who is coming into our food pantry.
See, this is what I love about this. It's a process. It's not just going, give me some food. There's a process. It's efficient.
Yes.
Exactly.
You're going to be taken into a room where it's private, and that way nobody else is hearing your business. We have long lines. They move very quickly, but they're long. People stand on top of you. I'm forever trying to get them to separate, but nobody wants anybody to hear their business. Once we find out if they're homeless, we like to ask them if they're, when they're in the room, we find out if they're homeless in a tent in their car, or are you couch surfing?
Right. You're not going to give them microwavable food, right? Because what?
Laptop.
Yes.
These are the things you don't think. These are the things that you don't think of, right?
Are you couch surfing?
Right.
And do you have a place to store food? And I don't mean a
can
cooler.
opener.
Yes, I don't mean the cooler that's on the ground. I cannot give you frozen foods to put in that cooler on the ground because that is a liability.
Yeah.
So when they come in and they're homeless, I'll look at them and go, do you need me to make you a special bag? They already know what that means. We've already told them, I am going to ask you this, and all you have to do is say yes or no to me. Now, if I know I've been making you a special bag for a long time and you say no, I'm going to go, okay, so you found yourself a place? And if you tell me no, then I'm going to look at you and say, so you're getting that special bag. Because I am not going to give you a bag of frozen goods to go to sell on the street corner. Not that all of them are doing it. But after a while, again, you get to know your clients.
Yeah.
So we make special bags. We make sure that if we're giving them canned goods, a lot of them will not tell you that they don't have a can opener. And I do not. I have some can openers, not all the time. So
That'd be my tool, by the way.
Chef
can opener.
Boyardee's.
Think
Yeah,
about
I'd be all over Chef Boyardee.
Think about it.
SpaghettiOs,
Can opener.
soup, Campbell soup.
Can opener can change someone's life.
Right, but that's the
Wild.
point.
Absolutely.
So, but if you have a if you have a
Wild.
can and you don't have a can opener,
Yeah.
then like, what's the point?
Yeah.
What
Yes.
what's
Yeah.
the point? And that's the special bag, right? Like you're gonna get.
You're gonna get.
You do get the can openers in those special bags.
If I have one and you need one, I don't just put them in all of them.
Gotcha.
I
Got it.
I
Imagine
ask
that.
them.
Imagine thinking to yourself, I need to donate a case of can openers. Who nobody thinks of this, bro. And that's the magic that you do. It's the I said it at the very beginning of this episode. I said it's the detail.
Yeah.
That's the magic here.
Yes. And clean
I would never
socks.
thought. Well, I've heard that.
Clean
Obviously the
socks.
clean socks
Socks.
thing. Clean
Socks,
socks.
huge.
Clean socks.
You know, years ago I thought about like I never did this, and I always wanted to is give out backpacks and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, Brian does that.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
do
Brian
that.
is the
Brian
mastermind behind
started-
all this. He's the guy that brought this all together.
Backpacks,
Yes,
yeah, the
him and I
backpacks.
Can we talk about that a little bit? Can we
We
give some
can.
light on that?
So the Kennedy Park, we do a backpack drive every year.
Love it.
This is the 8th year that they're going to do it coming up, or 9th year? It started, Brian came up to me. We started working together, getting backpacks.
Shut up, Brian.
He got Amber Burns involved. She started the Burns Foundation. Again, CFC, I like to be in the background. That's what we're told to be. If you need something, if you're looking for something, I'm the one you call.
You're the fuel. Yep.
You call me, that's fine. I'm going to get it to you. If I will figure out how to, if I don't have it, I'm going to find a way to get it. So, Brian and I, we make phone calls, put boxes out.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
if
I've
you mind, what does that
gotten
consist of? What does the backpack consist of?
Well, it depends on what we get. So, I mean, last year, I believe they gave out over 3,000 backpacks that day with school supplies.
That's what I'm saying. Like
And
there's
That's
supplies
what
in
I'm
there
do.
talking
too.
It's
about.
not just
See?
backpacks. It is school supplies. So before the big event and Amber does a lot of work setting that up for Kennedy Park, getting all the different places to say, hey, we're going to have a little station. This is what we're going to do, because she makes sure everybody has something for the kids to do at their station. So you're not just going to show up and say, hey, I'm from CFC. She's like, okay, you're going to have a table there. What are you doing? What are the kids going to be able to do at your table? You can't just put up a table. You can't be there just to promote yourself.
Yeah.
You have to have some activity for the kids to do that day.
Yeah.
So I luck out and I don't have to get an activity because we give out food that day. That is my activity.
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything else. But CFC, we open our building. We're there several nights. We open up all the backpacks. We lay out all the different school supplies. They make little packages, and they do it by age groups. So younger kids, don't need pens. Older kids don't need crayons.
Right.
So
So, yeah, you gotta,
they
again,
divide it, and we do several nights of breaking it up and counting it.
Let me ask you. So sometimes the school, I may say most times, the school will send a list home and be like, "Hey, these are the supplies that your kid's going to have to bring to school." Is that something that you guys refer to, so that you know more or less like what the kids are going to need in school? Because my argument with that is I had Kevin Aguiar and Colin
that
Dias.
list, I'm sorry for all the teachers that I know. My cousin Jen, don't hate me. That list is bullshit.
There you go. All right. Because
So-
that was
'cause
my
that
argument.
list-
That was my argument.
All right. So you have to understand that list is not all of what your child will need. That is some of what the teacher will need. Now, in me saying the list is bullshit, let me defend that a little too for some of these teachers.
All right, get the hate coming in.
I also know a lot of teachers, and a lot of them spend a lot of their own money to buy supplies for
That is true.
classrooms.
That is very true.
Yes.
Yes. And I will tell you, I know because I've gone shopping for my cousin who is a special needs teacher because they can't afford paper.
That's crazy.
They don't have pens and
How?
pencils
Why?
and things to
Right.
clean.
Why is there
and
a
how?
shortage
Yes.
of these things in the class?
And so this is why this is so important.
I
Yes.
understand parents need to provide some things or
Yeah,
all
it's called
things.
taxes,
and then,
bro.
But when there's a student that doesn't have those essentials, they may have some. They may have a notebook but no pencil.
Yes.
Those things should be there.
And this is how critical this event is. So people need to realize how
They
critical this
need
is.
to be there. And they shouldn't feel embarrassed to get that pencil, get that notebook. Shouldn't be weird. Shouldn't be like, hey, you
I can say
getting
this. I happened to see the
No.
event. I walked by because that's
Okay.
where I run, and
Yeah.
and everybody looked really. It was an amazing event. Everybody was like happy. There was so much
Oh, yeah.
going on. There was so many vendors, and I mean, you guys knocked out. I mean, it was home run.
Yeah, and it gets bigger every year, and the need gets bigger every year.
Yeah.
It every year it gets harder. I will say that every year it gets harder. City regulations make it hard.
Sure.
And people make
Sure.
less now
So-
these
Yeah,
days.
but not to get too far of it. So
you.
you don't agree with that list, and you think that shouldn't be.
I don't agree with the list, not because it's not needed. The parents should not be providing the stuff solely for classrooms too. You're asking parents to get you tissues and Clorox wipes
Yes.
and dry erase
Hand
markers,
sanitizer.
hand sanitizers.
Yes.
That's a big one.
And
Yes.
I
I gotta know. I gotta know for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand why they're doing it again, because you're asking parents, but at the same hand, the teacher shouldn't have to be supplying it for the kids either. So I get both sides of the fence. I understand both sides of the fence. Again, there has to be a way to be a medium. So-
Somehow we need it. We need it.
So
we need the
it's-
supplies.
it's
So
It shouldn't even be
It's-
questioned.
Right.
It even shouldn't even be questioned.
You
That's
do
so
you,
wild to me.
you realize, so I have to love my politicians because that's how we get our funding. So
Yeah.
yes, so I'm going to be politically correct on this one and say,
Well, I don't have to be.
I'm going to ride the fence and say that I understand both, because I really do. I understand parents being upset. You want me, why my kid is not writing on a dry erase board? Why do I have to supply dry erasers and cleaning materials for dry erasers and Clorox wipes or paper towels and tissues? That I shouldn't have to supply
Right,
that for a
right,
classroom.
right.
So I understand a parent saying that. And I know everybody thinks teachers, they're like, oh, do you know what they make? Actually, I do. And some of them, yes, they make okay money. Some of them make good money.
Yeah,
Not all of them.
I had Kevin Aggie on the seat, and
Not
we had
all of them.
that was my conversation. And my argument to him is, I said, Kevin, we're not paying these teachers enough. And Kevin said, Bobby, I'd like to agree with you. He goes, but we just reformed all of the pay scales. He goes, and they're doing okay. Teachers are doing all right now. But again, I don't think that regardless of what they make, the burden of
Should not be
supplies
theirs.
should not
Should
fall
not be
upon
theirs.
them. It should not.
But-
it should be the school committee.
I agree.
And they should
So
allocate for that.
Absolutely.
Let's take that to a different step, though.
Sure.
As you sit there and say they're doing okay, are they doing okay as I'm okay, so I can have all this extra money to supply my
No way.
classroom?
No.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
And
That's
if
their
they're-
money.
Well, but that's the thing, is what is okay.
Right.
As you say, they're doing okay. So that to
I
me
think
would
six figures.
say,
I think if you make six figures, like, well, I'll just say that out loud. I think if you make $100,000 a year as a teacher and you don't have to buy supplies, like minus the supply part, I think you're doing okay.
and I'd like to know how long that teacher's been working and
Agreed.
what their
Agreed.
degree is, because I will tell you off the top of my head,
Mm-hmm.
I am very close to 6 teachers in different schools
Yeah,
in this city, and they don't make that much money.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Wild.
That's crazy.
So then again, are we adding into, because they get health insurance? So are you adding in what their benefit package?
No.
Because that might bring them up to
Nah, no. It
If
should be
you're
their
lucky,
salary. Your
but
base salary.
their salary,
what
I can tell you, they
these
don't
people
make
are
that.
shaping the minds of our children. My argument is, that never changes. I think we pay
Yes.
teachers like we pay doctors. Look, if you're spending more time with my
I
kid than
agree.
I am, you need to be a better person than me.
I
Like that's just the
totally-
bottom
Yes.
line. I don't work in human resources. You know why? Because I'm not a human resource kind of guy. But right, so there are people for that. Like if you're a teacher, then
Yep.
you're next level. You're smarter than me. You're compassionate. You're caring, and I want to know that my child is safe with you, and that you're gonna
Yes.
right. So like if I sit down at
It's a
parent
shame.
teacher
It's a
conference,
damn shame.
right, and I go home and I'm like, well, I really didn't like that teacher. Like I don't really, we didn't get along. Like we none of it. Like well, that person is teaching your child. So that's like, if you're wondering why maybe you and your kid don't get along, maybe you guys are just on different playing fields. Me, I say teachers should be like doctors. Right,
I agree.
Right, unbiased, and you teach the education, and that's
it.
But again, that's so easy to be here and be like black and white. But the truth is, there's so much nuance, right? It's the human element.
Well,
every
that's-
child is different,
Correct.
right? Every child has different needs, and as a teacher,
Well, if they're
you have to
getting paid
navigate
a
that.
little bit
And
more,
then you
maybe
get the
they
para,
care a little bit more.
Yeah, you get the para assistants,
matters.
right? Or the para assistants, is that what they're calling them?
You paraprofessional.
Paraprofessionals, like
Yeah.
personally, that term makes me crazy. I think they're teachers assistants, and I think that what they do is noble. And again, these people should be next level.
I
and
completely
if
agree.
they're not making $100,000, they make $80,000 a year. Again, I think, and Kevin agreed, and so did Colin, and that is the quality of life for a teacher. If I have quality of life, if I go home and I have the things that I enjoy, and I'm able to take a vacation, and I'm able to enjoy my family and do those things, then my life is fruitful, and I want to spread that to the people around me. But if I don't make enough money, if I'm unappreciated, if the heat doesn't work in my classroom, I don't have air conditioning, these kids are so disrespectful, I can't even buy pencils, the pencil sharpener doesn't work, the roof is leaking, I have mold, I have asbestos. Dude, I'm
Right?
telling you, I'm not making any of this up. So now
No, that's what I hear.
right? You take this person, you take this teacher,
Yes.
and you put them in this environment, and you're asking them to be superheroes. And there's nothing to inspire them. We don't thank them. We get parents come in angry. Why did you talk to
Yeah.
my kid that way? My kid had to go to the bathroom. Well, listen, your kid went to the bathroom 32 times, and they were going to go for 33, and I said no. Oh, well, what right do you have to do that, right? Our kid's on the phone. I could go on and on and on and on, and they're so underappreciated.
Yes.
But my point in saying that is look, understand the role, and I think that role needs to be defined by the people in charge. The school committee needs to realize, you know what? Our future, the future of this city, are those kids. And how we teach these kids, right, is what their output is going to be. If they don't have pride in the city, if we don't teach them to pick up the trash off the street, it all belongs, this belongs to you. This city is yours. This pencil is yours.
But that's a
right?
that's a collective.
It is a collective.
It's a collective
But
thing,
again, this
right?
comes down to the one person they spend the most time with.
Correct.
And that's their teachers. And I think that's why it's so important for
But
these
it's-
people to be.
This is why I say, listen, hey, it all comes from the top.
But it's very hard
It all comes from the top.
if you speak to the teachers.
Yep.
They don't get to teach anymore. Things have gotten changed so much that they don't get to teach anymore. It's not like when we were in school. So the teachers are not teaching. And
That's very true.
and they
I can-
spend more
I can-
time disciplining people or separating kids from fighting. It is
We've completely
nothing.
taken the power away from them. The only power they actually had was to discipline those kids because our parents allowed it.
Right.
well,
Our parents allowed it. These parents these days don't allow the discipline.
It's complacency.
but not just that.
I don't think they need the discipline, but there needs to be discipline there.
We also used to let them teach.
Yes.
We used to say, okay,
The curriculum
these
worked.
are sixth graders. They need to learn how to do division and long.
Read.
Yes. So this
Right.
is what they needed
Right.
to learn.
The Constitution. What does it mean? Right.
You can't teach that anymore.
You can't.
You can't teach them cursive. You can't.
Can't
So
do any of
these
that.
teachers,
Why?
they get these long lists of what you can't teach. So now, and then they get this book that says they have to pass these tests or they have to do this. They don't have time to teach.
So they're teaching to the test, right? This is how to pass the test, not this is how to learn. I'm not teaching
They're
you.
not problem solving.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
but not even that. A lot of them will tell you they don't get half of those kids. There is the No Child Left Behind Act. It doesn't matter if they pass. So in reality, these kids aren't getting taught.
Yeah.
And I will say, not because the teachers do not want to teach. It's because their hands
They're
are
not being
tied
allowed to.
on what they can teach and how they can control a classroom. You can't tell a kid to leave a classroom anymore. You can't ask them to go outside. You cannot do so. If a child is disruptive, you have to wait for an administrative to walk down or a security officer
the
to
full
walk
society.
down and get that person.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, they're still disrupting in class. You can't teach. And again, and that's if you're allowed to.
Yep.
They don't teach multiplication like
Right.
they used to teach it. They don't teach phonics. So half the kids can't read because they teach them sight words. And so in elementary school, the children are now taught sight words. You are not taught how to sound out a word. You were taught to look at this word. Do you see this word? This word is the. Remember it. They are called sight words. Yes.
This is long term. See please excuse my example right now. I'm going to say this. Like, for example, the war, the Ukrainian war, right? The effects of this war will not be felt until 20 years from now, because every young, able-bodied man who can reproduce is dying at war. So who's left? Right, the men that are left are weak and unable to go to war.
Oh, it's the weak society.
This is long term.
Yep.
So these are the people that are reproducing.
Correct.
In our situation, we have these children that are not being taught. So long term, like this doesn't matter right now. 10 years from now, when these children are entering the workforce, they're going to have an inability. They're not going to be able to communicate. Like not knowing. Look, if I told you, I'm gonna go grab my camera. And I'm going to walk down South Main Street. I'm going to record whatever I want. How many people are going to come up to me and ask me not to record them? Probably most, right? If I'm recording people walking in and out, it's a pawn shop. I'm going to go stand in front of the pawn shop, right? I'm going to hold the camera. And people, right? And somebody's going to be like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what are you recording?
Yeah.
Do you know I have, the First Amendment protects me, and I have every right to do that.
Sure.
But somebody will fight you and tell you that you don't.
Recently, me and your boy Loco was at the feast.
Yeah.
Poor Karens.
You're muted. You're not on. Unmute yourself.
Sorry.
you go.
She ended up.
Start that again. Start again, please.
So, anyways, when Loco and I went to what's it
Local
called?
Maniacs.
The feast.
Oh,
There was a Karen not a Cameron. Wow, a Karen that walked into my camera and said, "Oh, what are you guys filming for? What are you guys filming for?" And then your boy Loco just goes up to her. It was like America.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Right, but she's telling you not to do that
Yeah.
because she feels that she has a right to tell you not to do that. But the Constitution says otherwise. The First Amendment protects you from that act. You are doing a constitutionally protected activity.
Correct.
But people will fight you tooth and nail and call the police and say you can't do that. Why? And that the reason why is because they don't know the Constitution. No. They don't know what the rules are. No. And so to your point, if we're not teaching kids how to read cursive, how to read a Constitution, then you are doomed to it's control. If you don't know the laws and rules that protect you and give you your rights.
Yeah, that's like being a Christian and not knowing the Ten Commandments.
This is long-term, guys.
Right.
So
it's
again,
your foundation.
This is right now, Chrissy. I know, Dave, we're talking about this right now and it's suffering. Yeah. But again, imagine these children in 10 years who can't read or write.
Yeah.
Like, what's the workforce going to be like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. And a lot of these kids, they're not going to come to you and say, hey, I don't know how to read. I don't know how to write.
I don't think people.
Right?
I don't think our government or whoever is in the Department of Education understands how important writing really was.
Oh, yes, but do they? Or do they?
You
know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get conspiracy here,
but I know what you're saying.
why would you stop teaching?
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
so look, we're all
was
here.
so
we're all
important.
like the same age, except you except Jody. But I'd say, Chris, you and I were probably close in age.
Yes.
And so I feel like I'm educated. Like I feel like I had an opportunity. I love to read. You know, and I sound out my words. Like I'm not like copying the words. And so like I say to myself, my life is fruitful because I have the ability to think for myself. Like
Correct.
I'm not dependent, right? So, but if we raise our children in a situation where all they are is dependent, like I can't figure this out, I have to ask you. I become dependent. Like that's going to be the future. And so these teachers, which this is why I plead to the teachers, you're our last line of defense. You're the last hope. If you guys don't do it, nobody's going to do it.
Well,
They've
first
given
and
up.
last.
Right?
But they've given us.
Yeah. And you know what?
It's sad to hear
I
that.
don't.
Makes me sad to
I
hear
don't
that.
blame them. I don't blame them.
No.
Yeah, but you know what? Though we
because
have the
teachers
city
have to
council here,
hear-
and these guys talk all they talk. And does anybody hold them accountable? Like that's the question here.
I don't think I. It's so funny. For the longest
I'm ready
time,
to fight somebody.
for the longest time, I didn't realize how important the school committee was. I downplayed it. I really, really
Agreed.
did.
Me too.
Yeah, I did.
Me too.
I didn't realize until more recently
Yeah.
how important that was. We had a couple of city councilors. We had Colin on, and Colin's gotten some slack lately. Whatever.
Yeah.
He's gotten some stuff.
Yeah.
And And
Well, it does when you start to
and
meddle. People don't like meddling.
And you start
And so
realizing
people say,
that,
right.
so the powers that be, let's say, let's call it the mayor, whoever the mayor is. I'm not saying it's Coogan, it's anybody, right? That whoever is on that school committee could affect his agenda, and so politics gets involved. Not the well-being of the kids.
Right.
So I think what ends up happening is that we don't realize how important these positions are. So we kind of put it to the side.
And again,
and all
long-term.
these deals are happening behind
long-term.
It's not that it's behind closed
Meanwhile,
doors.
asbestos.
It's just we don't
right?
care enough.
We have asbestos. We have mold.
Yeah.
They're talking about rats. Like these things are, to me, again, our children is our most precious commodity. There's
our
nothing.
legacy.
It's
It's
the
our
future.
legacy.
It literally the future. I hate to say that because I always say it. It sounds
but it
corny.
is.
But the children are literally
It's
the
our
future.
legacy. It's
And
our
I think
legacy.
that we lose touch of that. We lose sight of that, and it becomes this 8-hour problem. You know what I mean? Like it's not. We don't realize that 10 years from now, these kids are doomed because they don't know how to read. They don't know how to use their imagination. Guys, we killed imagination. Remember telling kids to
killed our
be
youth.
right?
Oh, 100%.
You used to have to. You do math. You have to show your work.
Yes,
How did you come to that?
absolutely.
Scrap
Now-
paper was your grade,
Yes.
not your final answer.
Yes.
Scrap paper.
Yep.
Now
The
they
gray
have,
paper.
they use calculators. They hand them calculators.
My daughter
They
does
don't
all
show-
of her work on a laptop.
Yes. Now they also don't do math. Like I don't know. Their math ain't mathing to me sometimes.
So
It is-
so what I noticed is elementary school was bizarre. They had like 5 different ways to come up with an answer, and you had to figure out how to use all 5 ways. And I get it, stimulate the brain. Okay, fine, whatever. But there's always an easier way. And so I'm trying
And
to help.
you're not allowed to use it.
I'm trying to help my
Right.
kid. I'm like, well, why don't you do it like this on a piece of scrap paper? You know,
No.
this number over this number plus nothing like that. Now they're starting to.
You're not allowed to.
But you're
They're
not allowed to.
You're not allowed to, and they're not allowed to teach it that way.
Yes.
So
So by
when
the time
you-
they get to middle school, they don't know.
When you go home and you have someone like me who's going to sit down and say, okay, let's do it this way.
This is what
No.
you know. This is what you
No.
know.
But you're not allowed to.
You know what's
you're
funny
not
to me?
allowed to teach them that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there saying, but I don't understand why they want you to go around the world and come back to get the same answer
Yeah.
as this.
It's wild.
It's amazing.
I
dude.
think it's a
You know
bunch
what the
of
thing
shit.
is? All right,
I hope the city
hey,
councils that were
you
on our
ready?
show,
Yeah.
whoever's
School committee.
yeah, school committee,
Yeah.
and city councils too.
Yeah, city
they're
councils,
all they're all in bed together.
Hey, you know what's funny?
You need to hear this.
Yeah, you know what's quite funny? Like here we are, right? We went through the education system.
Yeah.
It worked. It worked. I do math. I can read. I can write.
We're first generation
That's what I'm
Portuguese
saying.
American.
So why
Portuguese homes?
If it's
by the
not,
way.
yes, my first language is actually Portuguese.
Portuguese. Mine was Portuguese.
So if it's not broken, right? Why? Like so, MCAS is gone. They're going to get rid of that as well. So if it's not broken,
well, it's not gone. It just doesn't count. But they still use it. They still use it
it's-
as a.
But you know
form
what though?
of
But that was
testing.
accountability for the teachers. Like
It
if
was.
the teachers weren't teaching these certain things, but again, it goes back to what are they teaching, right? Well, what's the curriculum? What, man, this. Like, damn.
The only problem with MCAS, I think a lot of people had issues with MCAS, was the fact that you could do great all your 12 years. 13 years now. If you're doing all great all those 12, 13 years,
Then you're gonna pass.
Then you're gonna pass.
That's
a
there's
given.
no other reason,
But
bro.
if you're
There's
on
no other
if you're
reason.
on that line, and you might have a learning disability,
You know what it's called?
You won't get your degree.
I have an answer.
You're-
It's called tutor. It's called night class. It's called summer school.
I used to behind.
Right?
I
did
had
summer
to do
school
it.
twice. I did summer school
did
twice.
I.
You know why? Because I was an asshole.
I was an
That's
asshole.
why.
I was a
Not
dick.
because I wasn't smart, but I wasn't applying myself.
But some people don't test well. So some
True. I'm
people,
not a good tester. Yeah, I'm
not a
some
good tester either.
people are
I'm dyslexic. I see things.
geniuses, but when you put them under pressure
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you time a test,
Yeah.
they flunk.
They do.
Yeah.
They don't
I
do
know
well.
a certified genius. He doesn't know how to fill out a check. If you hand him a check and say fill that out, he doesn't know how to do it. He can't. His brain can't conceptualize.
But he knows calculus.
Yeah,
How
crazy.
he knows-
No, yeah, the guy will figure out how
Astrophysicist
Yeah, he
or
knows the
something.
transmedification of the electromagnetic spectrum. Like the guy will tell you that. But the guy can't write a
Time
check.
travel.
So that's kind of like I get it. I get that
Wow.
eccentric. Dude, we could keep talking all night, man.
Oh,
look, we've been here for 2 hours.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Wait,
go ahead, go ahead.
one more thing.
Yes.
The backpacks, right? So
Yes.
you had stuff for the kids, right? What would be essentials for, let's say,
Yeah, somebody wanted to-
a homeless person?
Yes.
Right. What would be the things that the youth that should be in a bag or to be donated? What would that be?
So my bags.
You mentioned
that-
socks earlier, so that's why.
Yes, socks, mouthwash.
Wow.
The
These
little
are your bags.
Okay.
yes, little things of mouthwash.
Like travel size.
Yes,
Shampoo, soaps.
Can't
Now-
they drink that though? Can't they drink the alcohol?
What,
Not
mouthwash?
not all mouthwash has alcohol.
All right, so that's
true.
that's a good point, David. I wouldn't even have looked at that. So we would want to get small non-alcoholic mouthwash. All right, that's smart thinking.
Yes.
Yeah. Robbing a
So-
bank with this guy.
And a lot of people don't realize how good wet wipes. So as you're
love
sitting
wet wipes.
in your, shampoo, conditioner, they don't always have a place to shower.
Mm-hmm.
Dry shampoo. If you want to do shampoo, you want to do a dry shampoo because not all of them know where to go or make it to the places where they can take a shower.
I love
So-
baby wipes.
Baby wipes, nice.
Yes.
I'm assuming toothbrush.
You can do toothbrush,
And
bottled waters.
Bottled waters, yeah.
Yes, deodorants are really good.
Underwear. How much underwear, maybe?
Well,
Is that
yes,
how-
but it's hard
Yeah,
because
but how do you wash it?
how
I
do
mean, you
know
wear
th-
it,
But
yeah.
how do you know their size?
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So socks, like stick
So-
with socks.
Socks, yes, and where they do like underwear, I don't. That's an awful lot of sizes to
Yeah,
be
right, right.
There's
taken.
quite a bit. Yeah,
So,
there's quite a
in
bit.
my thing, I want to make sure that they have snacks that aren't going to melt on them.
Yeah.
So I try to give them. I
The
don't
detail.
want
There's the detail again. Because I'd be like, yeah, here's a bunch of Snickers.
to. And if it's hot weather, that is not good.
Right. It's turd. It's terrible. Right.
You know,
I wouldn't think of that. I wouldn't think of that.
Yeah.
I want to give them tuna fish that actually has the tops.
Oh, the
you can
packs.
put, or
What
the
about
pouches.
the pack? The pouches are good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to give them Chef Boyardee's. Actually, the little
With the,
tunas
with the pop top, right?
have the crackers with it are good. What people don't understand is it's very hard for these people to get me. I can't give them a balanced meal because it's in a can. But I can give them fresh fruit because that will last depending on the fruit. I'm not going to give them strawberries, apples, oranges, pears, bananas. All this stuff lasts for a while. It's not going to go bad overnight.
Some beans, maybe some
And
beans in a can.
You do give them. I give them fruits
That would
in a
be-
can.
that would
I
be
give
my
'em
go-to.
Beans. I give them jelly and peanut butter.
Yeah, yeah.
Cranberry
give 'em-
sauce
What's that?
Not my go-to.
in a can.
Not my go-to.
I'm not gonna lie.
no,
you know me and cranberry.
This is
But
why I mentioned
if
it. This
you're-
is why I mentioned it.
If you're gonna give me cranberry sauce, you better give me a can opener because there are no cranberry sauces out there where
I
you
think
can
someone
pop
just needs
No,
to
you
donate
can't
a
pop
big
it.
box of
Of can openers.
can openers.
Imagine that. Imagine that there's
I
a need for
actually
can
have,
openers.
but there is, and we ask. If you've ever asked us to provide a list of the most needed things in a food pantry,
yeah.
We
Can you send me that list? And I'll post it. We'll put it on the Bobby Kudo show. Put it on Studio B because
can openers. That would be my
Right?
tool.
Right?
That would be my tool.
100%.
I would be
It
able
is.
to survive a little bit.
Yeah, with a can
With just
opener.
a can opener. 'Cause
Right.
there's a
Yes.
variety.
imagine being out in the
'Cause
woods, dude,
Campbell's
and
soup-
not having a can opener.
I think people don't realize it's. I've never been in that position. How sad that is to be in a position like that.
No can opener.
Well, no can opener, but just being in that position.
Well, that sucks.
Where-
but being in that situation without a can opener sucks
it
even
sucks
more.
even more. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, 100%. You got to get that can opener.
Right, yeah. Like if you have a bad day, bro, and you got Chef Boyardee and you don't have a can opener, dude, your day just got worse. So I don't mean to laugh, but that's a bad
No,
day.
it is.
Right? That's a
That's a
terrible thing,
shitty
bro.
day.
It's a
Oh
right?
my God, what a life!
I would have never
What
thought
a
of
life.
that.
And then
Chrissy, I would never thought of that.
Yeah,
Right.
This is why it's important to have people like
And you
this.
need to come back. Like we need
Yeah,
to do
it's
this.
very
we need to do this
important.
again. I'd love
Yes.
to. I'd love to come down and do a live show.
And you know
from-
what?
Yeah.
Live show.
Yes.
I think we should do some videos with you.
Yes.
Some catchy stuff.
Yes, I think so.
Some novelty skits.
I think we're onto
I think
something.
we need something here because I think
Awareness.
I think you
I
need
think you
awareness.
should show up Saturday for the toy drive and
Yep.
just see it a little.
Okay.
And
I'll
of
be there.
course, I'm going to be in an elf outfit.
All right.
What time?
I'll show up.
What time is the toy drive?
I'll be there by 7 in the morning. We open the doors at 8, and I will be there till 5. We break from 12 to 1 for lunch.
All right.
I actually feed these people. It's amazing. Not the clients. The people that I have secretly chained to the walls, and you just can't see it, and they can't leave me.
Please, can I go now?
Please.
One
Oh, by
more
the
day.
way, somebody want to do a shout out. Norman.
Oh, Norman Yell.
Yeah,
Assistant,
yes,
Assistant Director of Fuel Assistance.
Yes.
Very nice. Yeah,
Yes.
somebody wanted to shout out to him.
So real quick, before we, it was Loco, your boy Loco wanted that. So before we walk out of here, just real quick, needs right now, emergency needs. If you had like a list of 5 things that you need the most right
at least
now,
top five.
top five. What is it?
My top 5 things I need the most right now. Toys before Saturday. So I need toys for newborn to 2-year-olds. I need some of those. And we service boys and girls from newborn to 12.
Okay.
And my 12-year-olds, my 12-year-old boys are doing a lot worse than my 12-year-old girls, but my 12-year-olds. And when I
A little
say
underdeveloped.
What do we want? What do we want on that? What are we looking for? 12-year-old boys. What are we talking? What kind of gifts would you say ideal?
what did you like to play with when you were 12?
Everything.
Nerf
Exactly.
Skateboards.
Absolutely.
Right? Bicycles.
So,
Nerf guns, yeah,
I
were the
don't.
thing.
So I
Brian
don't.
told me no Nerf guns. I was going to buy Nerf guns.
Yes.
Brian told me no.
Nerf guns with no bullets.
No, we are allowed. So
Yeah?
I
All right.
have.
Brian's like, dude, don't buy no gun stuff. I'm like, all right, buddy, because I love Nerf.
So do I.
Oh, yeah, I love
but
Nerf.
we were not allowed to do Nerf guns. CFC had a very strict policy about not promoting violence. And
There's nothing violent about a Nerf gun. But
I
go ahead.
absolutely understood that policy. And for the past several years, I've been stressing, and I have finally gotten through to them that our parents fill out these forms for their children.
If they're asking for a Nerf gun.
And if the parent is writing down that their child wants a Nerf gun, then the parent thinks it's okay.
love this. Yes.
So,
Power back to the parent.
This is executive director stuff. I love
so
it.
as long as a parent writes down or tells me when they are there,
Yeah.
my child would like a Nerf gun, I can give that to them within the proper age group.
Okay.
So we are very big on that. And it is a legal thing, of course. If I have a toy that says for 8+, I cannot give that toy to a 7-year-old. I don't care if he's going to be 7 in 2 months or 2 days. The day you are showing up, my paperwork is telling me his date of birth, and he is 7. So I cannot give him a toy on there that the toy maker has said 8+.
Gotcha.
We can't do
Gotcha.
that for 3-year-olds.
Right.
That
But that
is-
makes it fair. I think it draws a clear line, and there's no if or ands about it. I think
Yes,
that's a
and
good idea.
I am grateful to get any toys. We're not asking for Xboxes
Gonna
and
buy Nerf guns.
laptops.
They wouldn't. Yeah, my God.
I bought my family some Nerf guns.
Oh, see, they're lucky.
You want to know why?
Why?
So they can show you all.
Because you
they
do
can
what you
have
want.
fun.
Because you do what you want.
I do what I want.
You do what you want.
Do what I
Love
want.
that.
I'm gonna give these kids Nerf
Do what
guns.
they
Listen,
want.
I'll show up with the Nerf guns. Oh!
so me and the kids every Christmas are out there every first snow, and every Christmas we're outside with Nerf guns.
Love it.
And
I think it's a
Xavier no
wonderful
longer
thing.
lives with me. He's married. He's 22. He's married. He is a Marine and a state trooper.
Thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
And
Thanks, buddy.
he knows I will shoot you with your rail gun. You don't show up at my house in the first, and we're going to play with the Nerf guns. So therefore, but in honesty, we're family, and he still loves that family time.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we are out there, me, him, my daughter Haley. We're outside, and I think our neighbors think we're nuts because
No, they're just jealous because they should be out
they
there
will
with
start ripping off. We get very hot. You start running around.
Yeah.
You get hot.
Yeah.
You start. It's snowing. You're taking off clothes. They're like, "What are these crazy people doing?"
It's that kind of party, huh?
Oh, yes, it is. We
Nerf
put
guns
buckets.
and no clothes. Baby.
Listen, water balloon fights on the 4th of July. You have no idea.
We doing
It's a hot
drive-bys.
day. It's a hot day. And I'm gonna tell you something. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden you might get sniped out of nowhere.
Right?
We might. Hey, we might
Never
get
know when
you.
it's
We might
coming.
get
It's
it's
on.
Never know when
It's
it's
on.
coming. Nerf wars.
You guys better be ready
Nerf wars.
to retaliate.
Nerf wars. You have to have a Wonder Woman shield.
Okay, let me.
With the-
Yes.
Oh no, what is it? The bracelets.
The bracelet. So I think if that were to happen, we got to give them a little heads up that it may come. We don't give them the date. We don't give them. They have to be ready.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah,
just,
we'll just
you
creep
can't just
up on 'em.
snipe an person. You got to be ready.
You hear it coming.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. We'll give you a heads up.
I just want to say you put it out there. It's all fun and games till I'm carrying a Nerf gun in my pocket and I see you walking
Jody's
in
recorded.
Walmart.
Jody's gonna have camera in one
all
hand
right.
and a gun in the other.
She
He's
will
not
not be
going
a victim.
empty-handed.
You just won't see it coming. You
That's
have
love it. I
no
love it.
idea.
I love it. I love it.
Jody's gonna have a fully automatic.
So 12-year-olds, like 12-year-old stuff.
12-year-olds, my 2-year-olds, my infants.
Yeah.
Those areas are really, really hurting, but I'll be happy to take anything because
So toys right now, but clothes,
Toys.
but also clothes if people have some.
we do
new
hats
clothes.
and mittens.
Hats and mittens.
Christmas time, we focus more on
jackets?
We
No coats?
focus more on the toys.
Okay.
If you bring me a jacket, you better believe I'm going to find it a home.
Sure.
So
That's
I
good
have
to
no
know.
problem,
Right.
and
great to
I
know.
will not lie.
But I
that
see what you mean
we
because
have-
it's about space, right? Like you're doing toys right now, so it's really like you're filling the space with toys.
Well, it also is. We always had a collaboration with Salvation Army.
Mm-hmm.
CFC, because we were the only place doing toys. We did toys.
Mm-hmm.
Salvation Army, and so we weren't fighting each other. They did Clothe a Child.
Oh, all right.
And that way we wouldn't have to
See,
collaborate.
that's great that you have conversation and that
That's
you're
right. We wouldn't have to collaborate. They
Right.
would do the Clothe a Child, they would do
Smart.
the clothing,
Yeah.
and we would do the toys. We wouldn't have to. We're not competing.
Right.
They wouldn't have to pick, nor
Yep.
should they ever have to pick between getting a new coat or an outfit and a toy.
Right.
But it divided it, and it worked very well for many years. And again, now a lot of other places came into the picture, so it was very different.
Yeah, of course now it dwindles and you're struggling again.
Exactly.
Chrissy,
But
it's-
we need anything we can get, right down to stocking stuffers.
Yeah. All right, the sock. We can't
So-
forget those. We need stocking
No.
stuffers, and that
Yes.
is anything that'll fit in a sock, right? Anything
Yes.
that'll fit in the sock.
Family games, promoting family time.
All right,
We're
family
big on that
games.
too.
All right.
Yeah, it's huge.
And of course, the cash donations, checks are
Absolutely.
always that 100% of that is going to go to
Yes.
a great place. Chris, you're amazing.
Oh,
and
by the way,
What?
I also think, guys, for the people who are more tech savvy, the young crowd, whatever, if you're going to do a donation, try to tag. Try to
Yeah, promote. Like let people know.
Let people know
Yes,
that
yes,
you are
yes,
donating
yes,
and to where you're
and to where
donating.
going. Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think what ends up happening, we have to just kind of redirect
Sure.
some of this flow,
Awareness.
and, yeah, and just kind of like
Absolutely.
shine a light here
Yes,
because
it's a great point,
Yeah,
David.
I think it's important. We're living in a very techy world. Everything's
right.
all technical.
Yeah, right.
So
You're on
my-
social media anyway. Why
it
not do
takes
something
a
good with it?
photo of
Absolutely.
yourself pulling
Yep.
up to
Yep.
CFC
Yep.
on Easton Avenue and being like, "Hey, I'm dropping off this," whatever.
Yes.
Just tag them.
Yes. And one more time,
Include them,
Chrissy,
let
can
them
you
know.
give us the
Yes.
website one more time, please?
We are cfcinc.org
Okay. And the phone number?
for my building because we have many different phone
Sure.
numbers.
But if somebody wanted to say, hey, listen, I want to come down and give a check, like, how do I get there? Are you going to be there?
Absolutely. So that would be me. 508-675-2157. My extension is 601.
Just ask for Chrystal.
Yeah, absolutely. Or you can call the main line and get to any you can
And that's
get
without
to.
the extension, right? Just
Without
put the
any
number in.
extension, and that's 508-679-0041. And they can get you to any department, including the executive
And checks
director.
payable too?
Citizens for Citizens. In your memo line, if you want it to go to Operation Christmas, put Operation Christmas. If you want it to go to Food Pantry, you put Food
Oh,
Pantry.
perfect. So allocate it. You can allocate it to where you want it to go.
If you just want it to go to CFC and say, hey, put it in your general fund and do what you need to do with it, then just write Citizens for Citizens.
Yep. Awesome. It's awesome. Like
I love it. I love
it's
it.
amazing.
This was a breath of fresh air,
Right?
I think this is what we needed to hear. We needed to hear this. This is a.
I tell you what,
wonderful
to have the opportunity, David, and please, I hope you can make it this Saturday, just to pop in, even
Yes,
if it's
yeah,
for 5 minutes.
yeah, I'll be
and
there.
I encourage everyone listening to just stop in. Just
Stop in.
once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it warms your heart to see your staff, your people, just everybody's dedicated. Like I walked in there, not one person wasn't smiling. Everybody I looked at, they were already smiling to me.
one
I had to
just
smile
says a
back.
lot, yeah.
And these are volunteers, and they're giving their time, and you can see that they really appreciate people coming in and actually saying, "Hey, we want to help too." Whatever that is. It's one thing to know you're carrying the weight, but to know that there are people behind you going, "Yeah, we'll help you along."
give it a nudge,
I think
I
it
only
matters.
carry it because they hold me up.
I love that. That is spoken like
that
a
was
true
it.
leader.
Yes.
I think that's it.
That's it.
You can't.
That's it. You can't. So real quick, one last time. So right now, between now, let's pick a date. What's a good date before Christmas? The 22nd. What would that be? A Wednesday? Is
Yeah,
that
I
a
would
Wednesday?
say, yeah, we said get to the 23rd.
Because I want to
yeah.
give people time to still shop. Like, so if somebody won $500, I want to be able to go to they still need to go to the store if they want to use that money. To,
it's gonna be cash gift.
Cash, $500 cash money.
Cash.
5 $100
Yep.
crisp bills.
Yep.
And they can do whatever they want with it. They don't have to claim it on their taxes.
Nope.
So
Screw those guys.
So it's go down to CFC, and that's
822 Eastern Ave.
I knew that. I didn't want to mess it up. 822 Eastern Avenue. Go down there.
Yep.
Donate any toy. For every single toy you donate, we're going to give you a ticket. So every ticket is an opportunity to win. And then on the Wednesday, the Tuesday. You want to do the Tuesday?
Wow,
Give people
Tuesday.
a little more days?
For the deadline.
Yeah, for the deadline. Tuesday before Christmas?
yeah.
Is that fair? All right, so Tuesday before Christmas. What's that date? Somebody give me a date.
The Tuesday before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the
21st?
Oh wait, we can't guess on this one.
Okay, let's do this. I know we're flying. We're on the fly here, but it matters.
What'd you say? 20 what?
Tuesday's Christmas.
The
The
21st?
Tuesday is the 23rd.
Okay, the 23rd. So on Tuesday, the 23rd, the Bobby Kudo show will go down, and we'll get a hat, and we're going to pull a name. We're going to pull a raffle ticket out of that, and somebody's going to win $500. Somebody's going to have a super Merry Christmas this year.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Put
And
some money
that's
back in
courtesy
your
of the
account.
Bobby Kudo show in Studio B. So we're going to do that. All right, Chrissy?
That's amazing.
No, you're amazing. And you know what? This is just a small piece because I feel like we need to. Look, you can't go in that place and not see that and not want to. Like, that's all I think
be
about. I went
inspired.
home yesterday
Well-
and I'm like, how can I help? How can I do more? I didn't do enough. I want to do more.
If you know Bobby,
I want more.
Bobby just wants to do as much as he can. He really is like a tentacle.
Thank you, man. Thanks for
yeah,
saying
you
that,
do.
bro.
You do. You're like an octopus. You just want to help here, help here, help. It really is something to see. So
Yeah.
I'm not
So
shocked, not surprised.
bringing awareness
that you're
is
like that.
help.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, showing up just to see, because again, it is so different, especially during Christmas. It's so easy for people to just come and drop off toys.
Yep.
It is so much different when you actually see those toys that you dropped off going out and
Put a face to it.
giving
Right.
Absolutely, and to see that you're giving a family hope. It's a different thing.
I'll be there Saturday morning. What time you say? 7?
I'm there by
Well,
7.
how do you like your coffee? I'll bring coffee.
Oh, honey, I already stopped. I get Dunkin'.
All right.
I have Dunkin'
You all
coming
good?
and
All right.
donuts.
Do you add a
No,
little
I have
something
box-
extra to that coffee?
I wish it's not allowed
Baileys.
A little something,
Little
a little
something.
whiskey.
It's not allowed on company time.
All right.
And I can't have them in my drawer.
All right.
Oh, maybe we could use
There's
some of that
cameras.
mouthwash.
There's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about
All right,
that.
but we got plenty of the mouthwash. We got brush the teeth. Don't worry
Don't worry
about it.
about
But
that.
we have boxes of Joe's donated for the.
Oh, that's
for
amazing.
The
Very nice.
volunteers.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So
Dunkin'
you're
Donuts
you're
does
there
that.
till 5? We're there till
Yes.
5. So I'm actually going to call Jordan out right now, Sylvia. Jordan Sylvia, the owner operator of Fiorentina's Pizza,
Yes.
right down on North Main Street, and I know for a fact Jordan's going to want to donate some pizzas for lunch. So I'm not sure the number of pizzas we're going to get, but I can guarantee, and I can speak for Jordan right now when I say we're going to have him. Jordan,
a good guy.
Fiorentina's
Yes,
Pizza is going
I
to
know.
deliver us some pizzas
good
on
heart.
Saturday as well. So you'll have the coffee in the morning. I'll take care of the pizzas in the afternoon. We're going to have a great day. Anybody that wants to come
I'll
down
actually
and
record some stuff with
volunteers,
you guys, yeah.
perfect.
I'll be a little
If
recording
anybody
guy.
wants to come down and support and help, right? Like, come on down. They get
Absolutely.
to hang out with us, hang out with me. I'll have some T-shirts. We'll give away some T-shirts.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing the raffle. Like, it's going to be a great day.
Photos, yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great.
It's great. I had nothing to
Absolutely.
do Saturday, so now I got something to do.
Well,
No,
now
I'm
you
kidding.
do.
Now I get to hang out with Chrissy all day.
Absolutely.
I gotta leave by 12 so I can get drunk by 1.
Perfect. There you go. Perfect. That's good.
Yeah, that's my
good.
only rule.
Yeah. All right. So it's
We'll
on like
see.
Donkey Kong.
I'm good at changing minds. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
perfect. All right.
guns.
So we do it Saturday.
Yes.
I might show up with some Nerf guns.
might
David,
show
you got anything, buddy?
Pinnacle
painting?
Yeah,
Pinnacle painting?
absolutely. So if you are listening and you hear this, if you give me a call, DM me, whatever you want to do, whatever. My phone number's out there, or if you need it, 774-322-3427. Yeah, it's on my van.
I got it all over the site.
Something else is
Yeah,
on my van as
people
well.
can find you on- yeah, all over there.
If you mention the Bobby Kudo show, you get 10% off.
Awesome. Beautiful. And then they can find you on Instagram.
All over Instagram, all over Facebook. Just
go
type in
like, follow.
Pinnacle Painting Co.
Yep.
And you'll see my work and just reach out.
Chrissy,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you so much for being here. You're a pleasure.
Oh, thank you
and
for
you
having
promise
me.
to come back, right?
Absolutely.
Cool. Maybe next time Brian can be here. Maybe we can collaborate. Maybe talk about the old days. I love talking like the '90s with him. Like he's my '90s guy.
Yeah.
He really is. I love the '90s.
Yes.
It was a great era.
Yeah.
I was a little
It wa-
chivato, but it was a good era.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. My hair was, but
But it fell in line. We all
Bobby
had it.
gray hair back then.
I don't know.
He still has gray hair.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I love this guy.
I have no
Chris,
hair.
You want to add anything? Anything to add?
no, I appreciate you.
Any shout-outs? I appreciate you.
Seriously. No, I'm probably in trouble with many people because my phone's been blowing up right now. So
That's all right.
We're gonna go call
We're doing
all
important
those-
things. We're doing important
Do the
things.
Lord's work.
We are.
Yeah.
Everybody tells me that. I'm telling. She still hates me.
That's so funny. I love it. I love it. Chrissy, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
you,
for coming.
You do a lot for a lot of people, and the idea that you took, I see how busy you are.
Oh,
I see it. I watched
It's
you in
okay.
action. The idea that you would come in here and give us 2 hours, over 2 hours of your time, I greatly appreciate it. I know our audience appreciates it, and we're going to do whatever we can to support your amazing organization. Thank
That's
you.
great. And
Merry
just,
Christmas.
Just know I know where you all are now. So if
too.
you're not there
Can't hide.
Saturday,
Oh, I'll be there.
No, we have
I'm going to be
to.
there first thing in the morning. Yeah.
you're not. I will
I'm an
find
animal.
you.
You going early? You going to be early?
will
It probably
find
more be
you.
an early, an early event for me.
Maybe we can show up early in the morning.
That's fine.
I love it.
We can do that.
All right. We'll be there. How about you, Jody? What do you got, buddy?
All right, guys. I know Christmas season's coming up, so if you guys want, tap in with your Christmas photo shoots coming up. I'm doing a special deal this year, 50% off all photos for Christmas shoots. But yeah, tap in with the Bobby Kudo show and what they have going on this Saturday, and tap in with CFC. That's all I have.
Can you show your T-shirt? Come show your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Nobody see your T-shirt. We get the new T-shirt. This was by request. We got the nut shirts. Can
You
you,
gotta
see
go
it?
right over here.
There you go, buddy. There it is. Look at this. I have them. They're on the website, thebobbycudoshow.com. If you want them, go check them out. Limited edition nut. Don't. There you go. There it is. There you go. Limited edition nut shirts. So the people are like nuts, and once you wear the shirt, you realize that it fits everything.
Yeah.
So it's a great
Nuts,
replacement
period.
word. Everything is nuts. You know what I mean?
Everything's
Like
nuts.
that guy's driving like a jerk. The guy's nuts. You know
Nuts,
what I mean?
period.
Like you see the taxes, they're nuts. Like the word fits everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's the new line. You're gonna get one on
Jody,
the way out.
Jody,
Oh,
before-
absolutely.
Do you do boudoir photo shoots? I'm thinking about doing like a 12 months with my girlfriend.
I
Oh,
do.
I like that.
I do everything.
Belly to
I
belly.
do
He's gonna
everything.
do belly to belly.
No, I want to be by myself. Okay.
I'll do your.
He's gonna do the-
I'll do your OnlyFans photo shoot, Dave.
No, I'm not going that far. I
got you.
just want some spicy,
Tidy
That would be
spicy
easy.
content
It's
for the
just going to
miss.
be your feet,
Tidy
right?
whities. Tidy
by the
whities. Boudoir. Tidy whities.
We do have my feet
Fruit
up,
of the loom.
crossed up like this.
The George Costanza pose.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
All right, consider
right.
it booked.
Well, thank you, everybody. We appreciate you being here today for the longevity. This is like a 2.5 hour show. So grateful. And don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe to the show. And that's pretty much it. CFC, donate. I just don't want to forget anything. Shout out again to Marco. That's the social table. Like,
Great
thank
guy.
you, dude. He's
Reached
been
out to me today.
amazing. Doing so many things. We'll be at the Brewhouse District on the 19th for episode 3, December episode 3. That will be at the Brewhouse District. That's on the 19th. And that's a comedy show. It's an ugly sweater. You should come. You should come. It's an ugly, so you could be my guest. It's an ugly sweater situation. It's going to be a blast. Dude, we were there with Taylor Cormier, and he sings Sinatra.
He was very good.
Bro, amazing to be in Fall River at the Cherry and Webb building downstairs. Nick has
Iconic
done an
building.
amazing job with that location. He just bought Tequila Lime. We said that on the earlier show. So go over there and mention the Bobby Kudo show. He'll take care of you. He's a great man.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank
right,
you so much
peace.
for being here. We appreciate it. Like, follow the show. And remember, all roads lead here.